One last time. Relax, have a drink with me one last time. And if we get this right, we're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. You and I. Doing okay there, buddy?
Oh, no. This is my emotional support Modelo.
Yeah, your emotional support Modelo. This is my emotional support bitch be gone spray.
I love it.
So we're both doing real good.
Like, I've already got something here, so this is very much this is a last resort. I brought it in here last week.
My life into pieces. Fuck, man. Well, as you will know, dear viewer / listener, there was not a cold open today because this is the last, we don't talk about the Christmas episode of Adam and Lily at the disco. If you can even believe that. It feels insane.
Yeah.
Just over 3 years we've been doing this, and we have completed the mission.
Yeah.
Which seemed impossible at the time.
It feels interesting to like do this on 11/11 as well. Like, just one.
Yeah, we're recording this. We did warn everybody that it was going to be recorded on 11/11. We've got a lot of responses to read through. Yep. But before we do that, before we get any further into this podcast, I just want to make sure that everybody is aware that one last time we need to close the goddamn door. I'm Lily.
I'm Adam.
And we've got a fucking podcast. It's insane. We've got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to do. We're not going to rush. This episode, I think, is probably going to be the epitome of dilly dally, shilly shally, zoodoo.
Yeah,
we're not gonna rush anything. We're gonna talk as long as we want to. This is a very, very, and I'm saying this like very sincerely, a very, very, very special episode.
Yeah.
Because of like what it represents and like, you know, just the accomplishment. And again, this is not the end per se.
Yeah.
We are coming back. We are going to be talking about what the new thing is at the end of this episode. We are going to tell you when we're going to be back from our self-imposed exile at the end of this episode. We have all of those details for you and more at the end of the episode. So we are going to be back, but this is the last time we don't talk about the Christmas episode that we're going to be doing Adam and Lily at the disco.
Yeah. We're taking a little walkabout.
Yeah, taking a little walkabout. We're meandering. Like I said, we have a lot of stuff to read, a lot of stuff to... Well, we'll get there. But the main subject of this episode is me and Adam's top 10 Panic at the Disco songs of all time. I feel confident in mine. Adam, how do you feel about yours?
I'm feeling pretty good.
We're feeling pretty good.
Pretty all right.
I'm feeling pretty all right, too. I think I'm all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. I don't want to get too sappy yet.
Right. No, we can't. I mean, the turnout for this episode is insane.
Yeah, we got a crowd. We've got a pretty solid crowd. I'll elaborate more, and we'll talk about this more at the end, towards the end of the episode, before we go into like the new exciting stuff. But I do just really quickly, with like no other preamble or explanation, say to Adam, to you, my friend, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway,
you're fucking welcome.
Yeah, go. Hey. Also, fuck yourself. Thank you. We're back.
Yes,
we're back. The feeling we have returned the feeling. I've got fucking mood lighting now.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't fucking have mood lighting last week. I just bought these goddamn light bulbs like 2 days ago.
They look good.
Everything's different. But here we are. Is shit breaking already?
Oh, shit.
What'd you do?
Hold on, not me.
Oh, God. It's the last episode, of course. Of course. Listen, you've got me full screen now. Adam's leaving. I'm here. Listen, whatever you call Lily, Liliana, Mom, to some, Aunt Lily, whatever you want to call it, call me. She, her. Thank you very much. He's back. I don't even know what I was just vamping. I don't know what I was going to say, but he's back. What happened?
Well, when people poop in this house or do other bathroom things that require toilet paper and don't refill the toilet paper, so then the next person goes in there and has to say, help.
Is the beleaguered boy child about to bring you more candles?
No, hopefully not. Oh my gosh, hopefully not.
I think let's get into, because like I said, we've got a lot of emails. We don't have any Spotify comments because everybody that would have commented on Spotify had sent us a fucking email.
Yep.
We have not, aside from the remainder of Elliot's top 10 and the remainder of Lotus's top 20 that we did forget to finish, we have not read any of these emails.
Nope.
But we have a lot of emails to read from basically everybody that would have sent an email in or a Spotify comment or anything. So we're going to do that first. And so we do have some things to read, but I want to start with self-styled villain of the podcast, Danny, not Annie, it's Danny, who has prepared something for us. So we're gonna get set up to watch that, and we will watch that with you.
Yeah.
So hold on, we'll be right back.
Hello there, Adam, Lily, and viewers of Adam and Lily at the Disco. It is I, Danny, not Annie. It's Danny.
God damn it!
And you know, I have thoroughly enjoyed torturing and tormenting both Adam and Lily with my rankings of every Panic at the Disco song.
I hate this.
Each week, a new glorious rant, a new glorious, delicious crash out. However,
this is what they're just like.
we're at the final episode.
This is what they're like in real life. It's great.
The final time that I can torment them with my Panic at the Disco song ratings.
Mm-hmm.
There will be more torment later.
Yeah.
In the new iteration of the podcast. However,
something to look forward to.
This is my final goodbye.
I'm so fucking scared.
Is it going to blow up? Are they going to blow up?
10 Panic at the Disco song.
This message will self-destruct.
Got your snacks? Your drinks? Let's begin.
Oh, God.
Number 10, Let's Kill Tonight.
Okay.
Number 9, New Perspective.
Okay.
There we go.
I don't hate it.
Number 8, Time to Dance.
I mean, I can live without that.
Number 7, I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. Number 6, the only difference between martyrdom and suicide is press coverage.
Between what? Between what?
Number 5, Build God, Then We'll Talk.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
Number 4, The Ballad of Mona Lisa.
That's crazy.
Number 3, Hurricane. Number 2, 9 in the Afternoon.
What?
And my number 1 Panic at the Disco song is Mercenary.
What?
Did that torture you? Did that torment you? Did that fill you with such searing rage that you will crash out? I hope it did. And I hope you all out there enjoyed my ranking and this podcast. It has been great being friends with Lily and being acquaintances with Adam. However, this podcast will end. A new one will begin.
Self-destruct in 10 seconds.
And I will always be watching.
Right.
See you next time.
Bye, Danny.
All right, Lily, you can cut that up however you fucking want. Suck your fucking head, Adam.
Go suck your fucking head.
Oh, shit.
I swear to God. Here's the thing. So again, that's just Danny's energy. Okay. And truly, without a word of a bit or a lie, I love Danny to death. That's crazy. The problem that I have with Danny's top 10 is that it's a bunch of songs that I do like.
Sure. That
also happen to be in supremely weird places.
Yeah.
I love Mercenary, obviously, from where I ranked it.
Yeah.
Number 1? That's wild.
I can't imagine.
There's a lot of wild stuff in there.
It's like we were about to get Heath Ledger Joker and still got like great value fucking Suicide Squad Joker on top of that. I'm not even going to say the name. I'm not going to imbue the name of that actor. I'm just going to say we got levels of that in there.
That was Danny, that was your masterpiece. Thank you for sending that. That was a nice little treat.
That was great.
Well, I don't know about treat. Nice. Yeah. There's a lot of trick. Just because you were born on Halloween does not mean you need to be a pumpkin head. All right. Let's just make that completely clear. We also have an email from Danny, not Annie. It's Danny.
I hope this email just starts the way that video should have. Just, do you want to play a game?
Yeah, there's a missed opportunity there for sure. Danny in this email says, I've thoroughly enjoyed listening to this, or Dear Adam and Lily, I've thoroughly enjoyed listening to this podcast ever since I found out about it from being friends with Lily. It's been a great part of my week. I did a mass listen to catch up, and by October 31st of 2024, I had caught up to the weekly releases. They really did. They went ham on this podcast. They caught up very quickly.
That's insane.
It was very impressive. They caught up to Adam and Ollie at the Disco like I caught up to One Piece when I first started watching it. Like, it's crazy. Sure. Like, pretty crazy.
Like, I get it, because I went through and like jammed through Metal Gear Mondays, but at least that has like something to offer. That has a little something. We've got nothing. We've got
nothing. Here's the thing, because like now we have like okay, listen, like I can offer like at least I can offer like tits and pretty face now.
Well,
right?
Hey, yeah.
Before, yeah, it was just two yokels being weird.
Yeah.
So I really don't know.
No.
But
and I have a mohawk now.
You do have a mohawk now. There's a lot of stuff has changed. You can offer a mohawk.
Yeah.
I've got everything else. I can offer these brand new boots that I bought today. Look how cute these are.
I like this.
And they're on the store shelf and they fit on my dumb feet. I looked very cute today. I had a whole thing going.
Yeah, I'm not a brown boot person, but I can get with those.
Well, I was wearing it so it was like a whole thing. So I was wearing like some nice like cold weather leggings, and I had this flannel, but it's a flannel shirt dress almost.
Oh, fuck yeah, yeah.
And then I cinched it at the waist with this brown belt, so it all kind of went together.
Hell yeah!
I had two separate people tell me I look like a pumpkin spice latte in the best way possible, and quite frankly, that's a compliment because I fucking love a pumpkin spice latte. God damn it!
I feel like that's how you know you've made it.
Yeah, for real. Let's continue with Danny's email.
Yeah.
Seeing how the show and you both have evolved have been wonderful. Lily, I'm so happy to have met you and be friends. Hanging out with you and your wife is always so much fun. You're a great human, and I can't wait to see what the new podcast brings. Adam, even though I mock and torture you, it's all in good fun. I love that you're a movie fanatic like myself. I do hope someday our paths cross so we can hang out and talk movies and video games. You are a pretty cool dude. To both of you, keep being amazing. When the future podcast returns, I'll be listening along and will happily continue to be the evil villain that tortures you both some more. The devil emoji. Love you both. Danny, not Annie. It's Danny.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, Danny.
Very good.
Oh, God, it's fucking starting already.
Who are you going to next? Because I'm sitting here going to read these along with you.
I think we're gonna start with. Don't open his other email yet, but I think we're gonna move on to Lil Bitch Elliot Holmes, because we've got to finish reading off Elliot's top 10.
Oh, sure. So
you remember Elliot? He gave us all those stats about, you know, the vibe, and we read his top, his 20 through 11. Ended with Crazy Equals Genius at number 11. His number 1 is something unexpected. We talked about it. It's a little different, but we're gonna read through it. So we're gonna start with Elliot's number 10. His number 10 is This Is Gospel. A little low for my taste, but it's okay. Number 9, Don't Let the Light Go Out.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I don't want to be mad at it, but
the problem with Elliot's top 10 is it's kind of like Danny's, is where I don't hate it because the songs inside of it are good. It's just the configuration baffles my brain. My little woman brain can't fathom the fucking depths to which these are fucking chaotic. So anyway, number 8 is Dying in LA, which is okay.
All right.
Number 7 is Memoirs.
Still crazy high.
Still crazy. Number 6 is All at Once, Too High and Lower Than I Expected.
Yep.
Number 6 is High Hopes.
It's kind of like somewhere along the line he found Jesus.
Yeah.
And realized that there's better things out there.
I do like to think that it was like probably like in his top 3, and then through the process of listening to, because he did mention that we influenced his number 1 because he'd never heard his number 1 before. Right. So I like to think that throughout the process of doing all this, that it dropped down. So I'm going to take responsibility for that personally. That's High Hopes is number 6. Number 5, I Write Sins, Not Tragedies.
You know, I get it. Like, Elliot's commented so many times that was his album and the one that he knew the most. So yeah, it is what it is.
Number 4, When the Day Met the Night.
Shocking,
but I'm also not mad about it. Number 3, also not mad about, Build God Then We'll Talk.
Yep.
Pretty solid place. What I will say, I don't know that I would put it below number 2, Kamisado.
No.
But Kamisado's here. Now remember, number 2.
11 was my Kamisado. So for it to be this high, I'm like, holy shit.
I don't even remember where I put Kamisado at this point. And Elliot's number 1, the song that he had not heard before the podcast that we apparently caused him to love so much, is Collar Full. Which is like, I really can't be that mad about it, honestly. No. It's a unique one.
Yeah. I think Collarful is one of those that's cute enough that if you want to tie your hat to it, like, no reason not to.
Yeah.
I can also tell you where you put Kamisado is up Elliot's ass, because that's why it's number 2, little bitch.
True.
Interesting list.
Again, I think we called to this, like, it's a weird list, and I'm not upset about it.
Yeah.
It's just like strange.
I think it's like whenever
really strange.
When he first shared it, I looked and I was like, I can't be mad at it. Like, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not like, it's not as I would have thought. It's not a bad list. It's not High Hopes, but like we knew High Hopes was going to be on there. So it's like, can you really be that mad about it? Because if you were braced for it. So, you know what, Elliot, you're a littler bitch than previous.
Little bitch.
We do also have an email from Lil Bitch Elliot Holmes to knock on to that with the subject line, End of an Era. Elliot says, wow, it's crazy that you are really at the end. When this podcast started, I wanted to listen because I wanted to check out Adam's new project, and I thought it would be fun to explore the Panic albums that I never listened to. It turned out to be so...
In fairness, real quick, this has barely been a project for me. You are the one that's had to do like all the heavy lifting and the fucking herding of cats, like me being the cat.
Speaking of heavy lifting, I didn't mention this at the top like I wanted to. That intro, that was real special. I was very, very excited about that intro. If you are not a YouTube person, if you still listen or you don't watch the video episodes that we put out there, which is totally fine. At the very least, tune into the very beginning of this one, because I made a really special intro video for it, and I was very proud of. And so that also didn't piss me off to make. I said heavy lifting, but it was actually pretty simple to do.
Sure.
So,
well, dear listeners, that should be viewers for this. It's less than 2 minutes. You have the time.
Yeah, it's technically less than 1 minute.
Yeah.
You got it. So anyway, it turned out to be so much more. I've come to look forward to Tuesday morning so I could try to frantically listen to the pod before you record the next one that night to get my comments in, which means I could then look forward to the next week when you or sometimes even other listeners inevitably tear my comment apart. Real. Lily, initially I only knew you through the parasocial lens of being a podcast listener, though through being on the pod a couple times and our little Discord chat, I feel I have gotten to know you much better. I appreciate you being there to call Adam out on his crazy shit. I also wanted to say it has been amazing seeing your journey to be your true self. I am so happy for you. I'm glad this next line is here because I felt it coming. Adam, fuck off.
Yep, I feel it.
But really, even though you have been my best friend pretty much my whole life, listening to you on this pod has been so different and so much fun. I feel like I get to spend a little time with you every week. Also, I know without Adam and Lily, there would be no Gamer Zaddies, which has become such a fun part of my life. Thank you for allowing me to talk about me. Sorry, I didn't put the right emphasis on that. Thank you for allowing me to come on and talk about me and Just a Simple Sponge. Those episodes were absolute blast to be part of, even if you did make me question my love for SpongeBob musical as a whole. Side note, I despise Ethan Slater even more now. He was on Gen V this season, and I just wanted to boo him off the screen.
Yeah, it was like a jump scare. Because at the beginning of that season, very different person than you would expect that person to embody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. His face still pisses me off. I don't like Ethan Slater. I don't like his face. Agreed. I don't like anything about him. Thank you both for all the hard work, all the time, all of the songs you introduced me to, colorful, and all the laughs along the way. I have high hopes for what you have in store next, but I will absolutely miss the Boyd era. You want to hit him with a Boyd one last time? Boyd. Love, little bitch. P.S. I need you to keep the video game cold opens in the next version of the podcast. Well, Elliot, it's going to be a little different, but we will talk about that later.
It's not ruled out of the discussion.
Yeah. Speaking of lists, we have. I'm gonna go for the child, Lotus. We did forget to read Lotus's 20 through 11 last week, and I very much apologize to them for that. We must complete the cycle here. So we'll start with Lotus's 20 and move on all the way through to the end of their list. We're starting with their number 27 was A tier. So 27 and up to a certain point is A tier. So we're in A tier still. So we'll start with number 20, which is Diamonds and Daggers. Okay. I also love Diamonds and Daggers, as you all know. 19, LA Devotee. Don't quite get that one.
No.
Key change.
Not that much heavy lifting.
Oh, no, maybe not. 18, Colorful. 17, the only difference between martyrdom and suicide is press coverage. 16, She's a Handsome Woman.
Wild.
15, Kamisato. 14, Let's Kill Tonight. 13, Pasta Shovel.
No.
Pas de Cheval.
That's very high.
That is very high. Let's get it.
I'll allow it, but like that's
the,
my 53, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, the tops of these people's lists that we're reading right now, they're just like, it's one of those things where it's just like, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it, but I will allow it.
Not quite like
Not quite not brother but like brother kind of more like that. Yeah.
Oh, and for the dear listeners, real quick, I am not actively crying at this time. I am still coming off of a sickness that started about this time last week.
Ooh, we move on to Lotus's S tier songs. So these are the creme de la creme, top of the pops. 12 and 11 sit in with the S tier. Number 12 is I Constantly Thank God for Esteban. Okay. And number 11 is Sarah Smiles. Okay.
I can work with this.
I can work with that. We move on to number 10. Lotus says, there's a good reason these tables are numbered, honey. You just haven't thought of it yet as number 10. Again, not too mad about it. I had it pretty high up in my 20-ish area. Number 9, This Is Gospel.
This is the first absolute what the fuck, but I guess we'll let Elliot have it, so we have to let Lotus have it.
Yeah. 8 is Nearly Witches. Okay.
Yeah.
7 is That Green Gentleman. Things have changed. Not mad about it.
Sure.
6 is Huracan.
Still strange.
Still strange. 5 is New Perspective. A lot of love for New Perspective. I fuck with it. I fuck with the love for New Perspective. That's fine with me. 4 Too Young to Die.
Well, you're far too young to do this ranking.
Damn. 3, again, same place as Elliot. Build God, Then We'll Talk.
What is wrong with some of you? I get why you're here, but
I don't mind it. I don't have problems with Build God, Then We'll Talk on number 3. Number 2, Northern Downpour. Again, okay. Fine. Yeah. It's up there for me. It's like it's in a pretty weird place. This is fine. Northern Downpour, fine. Number 1, Time to Dance.
Why?
By the way,
yeah,
reading Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk improves your enjoyment of this song a lot. I doubt it. This was my favorite song before I read the book, and now I love it even more after reading. Really good book, by the way. So the crazy thing about it is that it was already their number 1.
Yeah.
And reading Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk made it their super number 1.
Yeah. It's nice to do some research, I guess, to make your list then seem semi-scientific.
I guess so. They are a student. Student of the game. Well, that's it. Once again, I'm sorry for any emotional damage I may have caused. I love you guys. Hearts there, emoji. We continue with the child, who has an email entitled A Yap. Child here. Wouldn't it be funny if I sent the me essay? That would be pretty great. Unfortunately, it's not done yet. I promise it will be done before the next era of the podcast starts. I have big plans for the me essay. Trust. Okay.
How do we break it?
It's still coming. The me essay, we've been waiting for the me essay longer than the world waited for Duke Nukem Forever. And if you understand that reference, welcome to old age. If you told
thinking of me.
If you told me a year ago that I would be almost crying while writing an email to some random dude in Kansas and some random lady in Ohio.
I love the fact that you're just also some random lady. Like me being some random dude I fuck with, but you know.
Well, so
pizzazz and a little bit of razzle dazzle.
That's true. What I will say is, at the time, yes, we were a random we're a random dude in Kansas, and don't forget, because I do want it to be very clear here, because I'm proud of where I've come. You did send an email to a random dude in Kansas and a random dude in Ohio, and then the random dude in Ohio transformed into a beautiful lady in Ohio. You're welcome. Anyway, if you would have said I'd be almost crying while writing an email to some random dude in Kansas and some random lady in Ohio, I probably would have tell you that my mom is a counselor and she could find you a good therapist pretty quickly. You guys and your dumb Met with Affection podcasts have brought me so much joy over the past year. I can't thank y'all enough for all our interactions, whether it be valuable life advice or dumb conversations about me calling you guys old. Fun fact, if it weren't for the extra credit I got from y'all reading my review on the pod, I would have finished my English class with a B+, which isn't a bad grade for the record,
right?
But we did elevate that situation. Yes. You're welcome. Pro tip, if you want good grades, don't procrastinate. That's really good pro tip. Yeah. Your podcast has actually changed my view a lot on a lot of Panic songs, mostly for the better, sometimes for the worse. So thank you for that. I've actually learned a decent amount from this, and I'm known as the kid who knows everything about Panic at the Disco.
Well, parents have helped.
Parents have helped. I hope you two are proud of how hard you've worked on this podcast. Being committed to doing something almost every week for 3 years is fucking crazy and not easy to do. Language. It's going to be a bit weird not having new episodes every week, but honestly, I don't mind that much because y'all need a fucking break. Language. Plus, there's the Christmas episode. We don't talk about the Christmas episode. That I'm so excited / scared for. Also, shout out to the ANL fans because I literally have not had a bad interaction with any of you besides Elliot, of course. This is a crazy parenthetical here. BTW, bro, why is your name spelled like that? Everyone knows that the superior way to spell Elliot is with 2 I's and 2 T's.
I think it's supposed to be 2 L's. 2 L's.
I think...
it's like lowercase L's. It's gotta be.
No, it's a capital I. They wrote a capital I in the email. 2 I's and 2 T's. Elliot. Elliot. Change your name right now. Actually, that's baller. I know you didn't name yourself, but it's never too late to change. You are right, Elliot.
Elliot and I have also talked about this a lot, like the double L, especially a double I. But considering like a double T, Elliot's like the most, just 1 L, 1 T is the easiest way to get to the point. Be like me adding an extra D and an extra M to Adam. Yeah,
Adam, yeah. I will say I don't know many people and know many people who spell Elliot like that, actually. I'm realizing.
Just one each?
Just one each. Like most Elliots I know or have interacted with have been double L, like ELLIOT or double T. Yeah. Anyway, special shout out to Annie for being my awesome twin ILY bro heart. Adam and Lily, thanks for Adam and Lily. You mean the absolute world to me. Thanks for everything. I'm so excited for the next era. As always, happy Ryro Tuesday. Should I read this? I think because I gave them the Ryro Tuesday that I've been withholding all this time. I'm reading this parenthetical. They don't need to know I sent this on a Monday. Don't let them know. Don't let them know. Fake Sinners for Life XD. Much love, Lotus. P.S. I think I sent this photo before, but it felt fitting to send again. And it's a picture of Ryan Ross with like the blue makeup. We've talked about this. They did send this before. Sparkle on. It's Ryro Tuesday. Don't forget to be yourself. PSS. Remember when I said that at the beginning of the year, there were rumors on Twitter that Hayley Williams would be going on a solo tour? Look what came true. There's like an 85% chance I'll be at the Toronto show because it falls on my spring break. If anyone is going to be there, looking at you, Kirsten, let me know. Big smiley face. PSSS, that 21 Pilots performance, fucking incredible. Language. Also, shout out to my girl Olivia. She slayed as well. Yes, absolutely.
Olivia.
I did. I wound up looking up Olivia, and Olivia did slay. I love Olivia. Olivia is based. Olivia Rodrigo.
Insofar as I just had no fucking idea.
I had no clue, too. It was very much 21 Pilot centric. So the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony was a few days ago as we're recording this. Yep. And there were a lot of people that did performances of the inductees, but 21 Pilots was there and they performed Seven Nation Army. And it was fucking amazing. I watched an alternative clip. The official feed that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame published did not do them justice, and it was already incredible. So if you can find a different feed of it, watch that. The scream, fucking beautiful.
Nice.
Great.
Just to bring it back, I do in fact have the my uncle thought I was gay bracelet.
Hell yeah! It's all coming full circle, baby.
We're here.
Thank you. Lotus, the child. I do have some emails here from what's that? Boots on the ground, Caitlin Taylor. I get you every time, and I love it. This is the winner. Boots on the ground, Caitlin Taylor. You gotta put your finger up to your ear to communicate the thing. We start with the first one, a short email. Hi, Adam. Hi, Lily. This is just a short email of me sharing John Walker's most recent Instagram story. This was on November 4th, by the way, just to let you know.
They're not lying, too. This is incredibly short.
Yeah. Did not expect John Walker to also be celebrating the results of our mayoral election, but what a time to be alive. Fuck yeah. Caitlin is a New Yorker. Zoran Mamdani, the first Muslim, the first socialist mayor of New York City, the highest achievement I would say a democratic socialist in this country has ever achieved, being the mayor of the greatest city in the world. It's very exciting. I think got over 1 million votes for the first time in that elections in like way too long. I almost want to say 100 years, but I could be misremembering. Wow. Zoran Mamdani, good shit. Lots of good shit happened on the 4th, and then the fucking government shutdown thing. Let's not spoil the mood. Zoran rules. We continue with Boots on the Ground, Caitlin Taylor. I opened up the wrong email there. With a subject line from Boots on the Ground, Caitlin Taylor, a final episode message, sad face. Hi, Adam. Hi, Lily. I don't know how to start this email, but first and foremost, thank you. I mentioned before that I found this podcast soon after Brendan said Panic was no more, but I don't think I mentioned that I was also working at an accounting office at that time, a job and environment I absolutely hated. I'd be in the office feeling wildly out of place until I found your podcast and would just listen to episodes to help put my anxiety at ease. The CEO of the firm would ask, "What are you listening to with your headphones?" And I'd just be like, music.
Well, there was a time where it did have music.
There was a time. That wasn't a lie for a good chunk of time. That's why we can't have those episodes on YouTube anymore. While I've since left that job, I still associate the podcast so closely to that experience. It was my first in-person job after college, and I had a hard time figuring out how I was supposed to show up as an adult in a professional environment. It was a tiny, silent office, and the work I was doing wasn't client-facing, and yet I felt very, very early on that most of what made me me was going to be severely frowned upon there. It's a good thing you were wearing headphones, unlike Annie, because the nipples hard thing.
Yeah, there's so many.
It was a pretty dark era of that podcast, this podcast. Showing up to work and listening to your podcast was truly the only thing that made me feel like a person, like myself. Once I took those headphones off, I had to pretend like I was the happiest person in the world who lived for accounting and literally nothing else. I got a comment from the CEO how they could always tell who was happy with their job based on their smile. And so I made a point to smile like crazy every time the CEO passed by, like I was having the time of my life staring at spreadsheets.
I get that.
The CEO eventually hinted that they didn't like me wearing headphones, so asked who my favorite artist was, and I said Paramore. Sorry, Panic. They told the rest of the accountants to play some Paramore on the Bluetooth speaker, and one coworker was like, Brother, ugh. Hate that person. That was the vibe. I was never asked to suggest songs again. They don't know. Damn. Boo. All to say, I quickly realized that pretending to be someone I was not and abandoning my formative interests entirely were so incredibly painful to me. But listening to you two older adults who love so many things enough to start multiple podcasts, it was what I needed to hear. In my mind, I genuinely still think of you both as colleagues from my accounting job because of how often I'd listen to the podcast to make the workday go by faster. And then when I first commented and was called out by name on the podcast, defending Trades Mustakis as I should, I was at my desk about to jump out of my skin because I didn't expect it at all. Lol. Keep doing cool shit. And thanks again for creating a cool space on the internet, which God knows can feel rare. Do you both have any favorite moments or episodes of the podcast? Hope to see you around online after your break, Caitlin Taylor.
No, I'm deleting the internet, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing we can do.
Just completely busting it. Just no more internet.
No more.
It's really hard for me. So my problem is that when I do stuff like this, I remember the big moments I think everybody remembers, but a lot of that information just gets filed.
Yeah.
Because brain space very low, lots going on in world, bad. But I do think I love doing rankings. Those are always some of my favorite episodes because it's so much fun. Even before we were recording them, we've talked about this on the show, those were the episodes me and Adam would sit on calls and see each other's reactions. So those are always really fun for me to do. and still are, and still will be. I wager. Legitimately, well, go ahead.
Like Girls, Boys, I think was a good episode. Like we knew that discussion would go that way, and I think the absolute like direction that it went was the correct direction that it should have gone. Like that was a fun one. High Hopes, I think, was also an interesting episode. Was really like just being for sure. Kind of not like a full 180, but like like at least a 90 kind of. Viva, I think Viva was also fun. Just
Viva was a great season. Lots of like shifting opinions and like chaos and stuff like that. Yeah. I always like the ones where we get to like actually like sit and talk about like a serious subject. Right. I remember really, really liking Can't Fight Against the Youth, just because like we were talking about like literally talking about the youth and like being seen and not heard, and like that whole vibe of like growing up and like having a struggle. I always like being able to talk seriously about things sometimes, because it's like it's a lot of goofs, it's a lot of like what the fuck Adam and blah blah blah, but having those kind of like deeper conversations is always really interesting to me.
Right.
I hate to say it, I really do. I love Crazy Equals Genius and King of the Clouds. I don't like a lot of the times like my yelling and like my God damn it Adam and stuff, it's part of the bit. I don't know how much of that was part of the bit. I was like heated,
right? And
I really I got activated when we were doing those episodes. So I thought those are pretty good.
I think like the entirety of Fever was good, because those conversations that you had mentioned, like we did get to have the chance to talk about so many things in that first album that was like highly specific to the songs in ways that we kind of lost the path to do so, just because not only because like we've talked about so many of those things, but because the content later on just never opened the door for a lot of those conversations. So I think between Fever being the growing up phase, and then like Pretty Odd being a large majority of my life, my marriage, my wife, like all of that, that was a good spot. Like I think being able to talk about Always and still critique Always, and like wholly and completely kind of coming to the terms with The End of All Things, like being what it is and still saying like it's a beautiful song that probably could have been a little bit different, and kind of like deconstructing that a little bit, at least on my
end. That is like always my favorite thing about any of them, is that like when we're able to find like nuances and things where it's like we see new things about songs that we like or songs that we don't like, and that changes our opinions on both in good for better or worse. Right. I think Lotus said it in their email, where it was just like, you've changed my opinions on Panic for better or worse. We've changed our opinion on Panic for better or worse. Like it's all kind of cyclical. And legitimately, without a word of a lie, being very sincere about this one, I think I could have never expected to talk to so many and meet so many like truly incredible people throughout the course of doing this podcast. Like we're reading all these emails, and we've still got more to read from a couple more people, and it's just like, God, what an incredible thing. I mean, we're not the biggest podcast in the world. We've never been, but it's just like the fact that we've got this many like hitters out there for us is just like, wow, how incredible is that? You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know. It's cool to like do this and know that we're not screaming into the void a bunch, and that people are actually getting something out of it, whether it's a laugh, whether it's a cry, whether it's some type of knowledge, whether it's the life lesson that you shouldn't fucking procrastinate if you want good grades. We legitimately affected a child's school grade in a positive direction. That's how crazy this fucking podcast is at some point. So all that to say, all of these moments, I like we would have really loved those moments regardless, but they are so much sweeter because we did get to share them with such a great group of people that we have, I think, come to know in a lot of ways personally at this point. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, talking about herding cats earlier, you didn't have to reach out to that many people to get interaction today.
No, there were some people. It's just like we've cultivated. It is interesting, and at the risk, like, it's one of those things where it's just like, I think people who listen to podcasts, like, there's this risk of like becoming like very parasocial in a lot of ways. I think it's Elliot mentioned that in his email, where it's just like, I didn't really know you, but I think I say this legitimately. Like, we have like I'm sure we have other listeners and more listeners that haven't written in, and we really do appreciate you even if you haven't written in at all. We love that you listen and get something out of it. But I think like the people that are regulars, the people that have written in and have like been with us, I'm comfortable calling that a family in a lot of like really positive ways. So any of y'all, just whenever, we're here. So.
Right. Like the narcissistic thing that I can say, because it is incredibly narcissistic, is like, if there were ever a day that I were hit by a bus, right, like my family would at least have this to come back to.
Yeah.
And just hear insight, probably things that a few of them have never even heard. Obviously, like, I'm not going to talk to my kids about some of the things that we've talked about on this podcast. Not that they're all bad or terrifying, but time and a place don't need to do that. Why bring up weird, traumatizing shit just apropos of nothing?
Just to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, this had been an avenue to be able to go through and rehash some things. So if that moment were to come, like, I don't care if it's like 30 years from now, they're still probably going to find out things 30 years from now that they wouldn't know still 30 years from now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, this thing has been a gift through and through.
Yeah. It's been a big gift for a lot of reasons. So that's legit my favorite thing. We talked about like moments and things, but like that, like the people have made it worth it, I think.
Yeah.
Who should we move on to next? Should we
get Kirsten?
Let's get Kirsten's. Oh, there she is. Crypt Keeper approacheth. You didn't think we were going to get out of this without one more visit from the Crypt Keeper, did you?
She's not happy right now.
Uh-oh. Because she ran out of toilet paper?
No. Well, that would have been a shitty situation. No. The other day during breakfast, she was making some bacon and then like popped some bacon grease, not only on her arm, but also a little bit on her face. So she's not too happy about that.
Not a happy camper. Woof. So let us read this email from the Maestro, the nickname I just came up with for Kirsten. Yeah. Gather round, mercenaries, is the subject line here. It's come at last. At last it's come. Crazy to think about it, isn't it? When I found you, the space I was in was strange. I had just gotten home from a 3-country month-long trek in Europe, which I ended in Germany and with panic. By then, we knew it was over. I knew going in. I didn't like Viva, but then I saw it. I saw him. Boyd. Boyd was an editorial. She did not write that on there. And it just made me numb. The huge thing in my life was just over. I felt empty. I wasn't ready. So I went on a search to fill the void. I mean void.
Void.
At first, I just wanted to know that people were as nerdy as me, the woman who could talk for hours about breaths, pops, and fizzes in the mix of songs, phrasing, falsetto, mixed belt. I listened for about a week before I got to the episode where Lily asked if there was anyone who knew music things. I fondly remember that episode.
Yep.
Ding. Went the light bulb over my head. I have a purpose here. Okay. There it is. Yeah, gotta have one. Cute.
I love you.
Even when she's in a bad mood, the Crypt Keeper always returns a kiss. I have a purpose here. Sorry, to continue. Off to the races we went. You opened something in me. The woman who has trouble finding the right words and jumps at her own shadow and cries at the drop of a hat was sending clips and articles and links to strangers on the internet. Those strangers became two of the best people I will ever find. Oh, fuck. And I'm honored to know. Family doesn't cover it. I will always be here for you at our own little corner of 4th and Fremont. Fuck.
That's fucked up.
I came here wanting to point out specific things, but all I can say is I'm better because you decided to make this podcast. 2 things. Congratulations, Lotus, the child, on their strongest or their Songfest performance. Auntie Kira is proud. I'm gonna save this because I want to say it. I want to say it out loud. You truly are my sunshines. Love you, bye, Kirsten. And one more time on this edition of the podcast, I'm sure I will say it many more times in the future. But one last time on Adam and Lily the Disco by request of Kirsten. Fuck the RIAA, bitch! Add a little flourish there at the end. That was
weird. It's strange that your contract lapsed for like 12 episodes now, and we're back.
We're back. Think that I agree. That was fucked up. No, I'm kidding. That's great. Thank you, Kirsten.
That's great.
Since we did have the appearance from the Crypt Keeper, and because I'm tired of reading right now and I want to break, do you want to read the Crypt Keeper's ranking?
I shall do.
All right. What is Carrie provided?
So she did 20 through 1. Okay. And just as a note of what number 21 is, I chose to include it.
Okay.
So number 21.
Sure.
The End of All Things.
Oh.
So just
spooky.
Just keep note that neither of us had that in the top 20.
That's crazy. What did you have it at? Do you remember off the top of your head?
It was like fucking number 40. I looked.
Oh,
it's
wow.
Number 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she definitely, so she loves you more than you love her.
Apparently. Clearly.
First of all, let's get that out of the way right now. Yeah. Dog.
Number 20. The Overpass.
Okay.
And she did say she wanted to like try and fuck with this. And like I told you before we started recording, like she was going to do a handwritten list, trying to go through everything and listen to it line by line and all that kind of stuff. And I just threw her to the Mub People, Pub Meeple, whatever the fuck thing that it was.
Yeah. Mub People is crazy. What?
I feel like that's probably something that people shouldn't say. 19. The Good, the Bad, and the Dirty.
Okay.
18. Mercenary.
Okay.
17. Girl That You Love.
Okay.
16. Nicotine. Yeah. Yep.
Now, Carrie.
Yep. We're just gonna have to talk about that one later. 15. All the Boys. Because while she like sent this to me, I just sent it straight on, and I did not want to look. At first glance, I was like, yeah, all right. 14. The only difference between martyrdom and suicide is press coverage. Also a little cray-cray. 13. Grainberry. Dance Inside a Crowd. So glad I could get one more of those in.
Also wild, but okay.
12.
Continue.
Come On.
At 12?
At 12.
Okay.
11. Dying in LA.
Okay.
10. Ready to Go, Get Me Out Me Mind. 9. She Had the World.
Okay.
8. Nearly Witches.
Okay.
7. Casual Affair.
If I wasn't wearing very small shorts right now, I'd walk away. That's nuts.
Just roll away. Roll away.
Adam, yeah, I was gonna just do another one of these. Adam, you might have to have a conversation with your wife about some things.
There's a lot of things happening.
Crazy.
6. Love in the Middle of a Firefight.
6?
6. This was my 15, so it's hard for me to be terribly mad at it. But still,
like the top 10 is sacred.
Yeah. Number 5, Always. Number 4, When the Day Met the Night.
Okay.
Number 3, Colorful.
Okay.
I'm actually surprised that it's number 3 and not where number 1 is, but when I get there, I'll make sense to myself. Number 2, Northern Downpour. And number 1, Far Too Young to Die. Yeah, I mean,
that was a jump scare.
She has a deep love for this thing, and I think if she were to adjust anything, I don't think that would have been changed, or probably with a little bit of thought, it likely would have been changed with Colorful.
Okay. That's, again, it's one of those things where it's just like, I'm not angry. I'm just very confused by a lot of it.
Yeah.
That is super, super strange, but
there's a
far be it from me.
Lot of choices in here.
I think we ought to read a message, an email here from one Dennis Wakeman.
Wake.
A farewell message. Dear Adam and Lily, I've been agonizing as to how to end this. On the one hand, I know you'll be back in a new format for the show that will most definitely be excited about and want to keep up with. But on the other, I know there's a part of this that will be missing. I've been begging for a new Panic album, not only to hear new music, but so I could hear my friends act like lunatics gushing over it or bashing its very existence. It feels right to be able to call you my friends. In the course of 3 years, I've gotten to know you better than some of my friends at home. That's wild. But also, whoa. It's lovely to hear about Adam and his family going to fun events and concerts and just being in each other's company, or to go on this incredible life journey with Lily and have more of an understanding of the trans experience as her journey happens in real time. Both of you reminded me how important community is in coming out of the pandemic. That's more dire than ever of a message to put out, and you delivered. That being said, I wanted to share a bit with you. This might be a lot, so you don't have to read all of it if you don't want to. Oh, Dennis. Oh, Dennis. You've picked the perfect episode to send a long-ass email. Let me tell you what, Dennis. As you're aware at this point, next year in May, I'm getting married to my beautiful fiancée, Maya. We love it. Yes. She and I are beyond excited, and I decided the second after we get married, I'm going to throw this one at her. Oh, God. Dennis, knock, knock. Maya, who's there? Dennis, Maya. Oh, God. Maya, who? Dennis, Borat voice. My wife. She'll never see it coming.
Dennis, I asked that if at all possible, you find a way to get that on camera, please.
Please get that on tape. Please. I am an avid gamer. I've been playing video games since my oldest brother got an N64 when I was 3 and played Ocarina of Time and fell in love. I keep to consoles mostly and try to steer clear away from online gaming since I really have no time for any of that. Yeah, don't blame you.
No.
My top 5 video games are as follows, one per franchise. So this will all be Zelda. Let's go. 5 is Kingdom Hearts 2. Hard to pick between 1 and 2, but the vast amount to do in the game and its smooth gameplay always win me over. At this point in my life, the cringier moments have lent themselves to be more endearing than anything. I don't know. I've shown this before. I don't know if you've seen that, Dennis. If you're watching the video, you'll see my tattoo there. Number 4 is Psychonauts. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. My number 4 is Psychonauts. The visuals, the humor, the music, the thematic elements, the challenges, all of it feels tailor-made for my sensibilities, exactly what I enjoy in any story. Plus, it's a platformer and one of the last true ones of its generation, I feel. Yeah? Good pick.
Play Psychonauts 2 if you haven't.
Yep. 3, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. No game has ever... No game has ever brought me so much joy and pain at the exact same time as this game has. Its dark, brooding visuals matched with its Grammy snubbed music. Yeah, the fact that Clair Obscur is not nominated for a fucking Grammy is insane.
Yeah.
And some of the games that were nominated for Grammys, also insane. Sword of the Sea is the only album on that list, or the only game on that list that I think deserves to be nominated over like Clair Obscur and Donkey Kong Bonanza and fucking Deltarune and fucking. There's so many better soundtracks this year than those. Let's see here. I'm opening up a note because it's going to be relevant in just a second. Don't mind me. Where? Oh, where? There it is.
I'm looking real quick. Are you fucking kidding me? They gave it to Star Wars Outlaws DLC over.
They sure fucking
Clair
did,
Obscur?
Adam. They sure
What
fucking
the fuck?
did. They sure fucking did.
God damn.
Its dark brooding visuals matched with its Grammy snubbed music is what I will use as the template for the argument of video games as art. It quickly became one of my favorites and will stay on this list for good. Number 2 is BioShock. God, this game is so good. I didn't have a PS3 until about 7 years into its run, and I heard about this game when it first came out, so I had to keep myself spoiler-free my entire middle school and high school span to finally play it when I got the chance. And boy, was
That's
it worth
wild.
it. That is wild. The fact that like you were able to do that even is crazy.
No shit.
I love its story and atmosphere, and believe me, if they are going to make a film about it, they shouldn't and instead make a television series focused on the dynamics of life and Rapture before the fall. In particular, the juxtaposition between Fontaine and Ryan's bases and the push and pull of power. 1, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Of course it is. Nothing will ever beat it. And believe me, games have tried. Just every time I replay it, my heart is reborn. I'm already talking a lot, so that's all I'll say about that. I just want to throw this out there since I have it pulled up. My top 10. Number 10 is Life is Strange, the original. Number 9 is Elden Ring. Number 8 is Persona 4 Golden. Number 7 is Yakuza 0.
Nice.
Number 6, Kingdom Hearts 2. Number 5, Metal Gear Solid. Number 4, Final Fantasy 6. Number 3, Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Hell yeah.
Number 2, Mass Effect 2. And number 1, Fallout 3. Those are my top 10 games of all time.
Well,
Do you have?
I just so happen to have. Weird.
Well, boy.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Number 10, Freedom Fighters. Number 9, The Last of Us Part 2. Number 8, BioShock. There you go, Dennis.
Mm-hmm. There it is, Dennis.
Number 7, World of Warcraft.
Interesting. Okay.
Number 6, Fallout 3.
Okay.
Number 5, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Number 4, Elden Ring. Number 3, Half-Life 2. Number 2, Metal Gear Solid 2. And number 1, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Wow. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Metal Gear Solid. It's hard to. This is hard to do. So with Metal Gear Solid specifically, obviously, I do another podcast specifically about Metal Gear. So Metal Gear had to be in that list somewhere, and it was going to be pretty high up. I associate so many good memories with Metal Gear Solid, the original. I think 2 is the better game and the better story generally. But I have so many good memories with Metal Gear Solid 1 that it's just like I cannot put it below 2. Also, Metal Gear Solid, the original, is the first video game I ever remember playing.
Yeah, close to.
Because I played it really young, and I played video games before, but it's the one that I have like the most associated memories is like, I would say if somebody's like, what was your first video game? I'd feel comfortable saying Metal Gear Solid, honestly, because it's the one I remember. Yeah. My second video game was Castlevania 64.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yep, sorry. I'm also, Dennis continues, a musical theater actor. Music and singing has been in my life since I was 9, and in my Catholic school's hilarious production of Guys and Dolls, which is my dad's favorite musical. Music and singing has been in my life since I was 9, and in my Catholic school's hilarious production of Guys and Dolls, which is my dad's favorite musical. Read that sentence weird. My parents have thankfully supported me in all of my artistic endeavors, and this winter I'll be in my local theater's production of Mary Poppins starring as Bert.
Hey.
That rules. List of 5 musicals. I won't go in length like video games, mainly because I'm running out of time. Oh. Number 5, Octet. I think you two would really like this one if you haven't heard it. I have not. I will check it out.
No.
4, Sunday in the Park with George. That's a good one. That's a sleeper, I think. 3, Hadestown, also very good. 2, Sweeney Todd, very good. And number 1, Natasha Pierre and the Great Comet of 1812.
All right.
Also a great one. I love this. I love this Dennis deep dive. I started a band with Karina, one of my best friends I met in college, and a member of my wedding party, or groom division, as my best man coined us. We're called the Young Adults. I play guitar and she plays piano, and we share vocals and writing together. Although we haven't put out any music yet, the music we're writing we have described as Elliott Smith and Regina Spektor got therapy, started playing together, and became really into the Hush sound.
Nice.
That fucking rules as a description. Please, whenever you do put out music, or if you have anything you want us to listen to or talk about, please send it our way.
Absolutely.
So do with that what you will. I will. And we will talk about it on the podcast what we'll do. I have some raw music on the Instagram account if anyone's interested. It's readily available to view. I guess I would assume that Dennis is okay with us giving his Instagram at that point, right? Or should we save that?
We might save it.
We might save that. We'll talk about it. Just email us, and we'll have your people call our people, which is us, at the email at thediscopod@gmail.com, and then we'll talk to Dennis, and then we'll get you the deets.
Yeah.
Anyway, top 5 albums of all time: Beatles, White Album; Hush Sound, Like Vines. I fucking love Like Vines. I promise you at some point we are going to do Like Vines on this podcast. I think about Like Vines constantly. I wish they would come back and do another album, but Like Vines is like one of my favorite albums of all time. It might be in my top 5, honestly.
Oh, shit.
Just like
all
this.
right.
I just don't know where, but it's in there somewhere. Have you listened to Like Vines?
No, I haven't. So apparently I've got something to do.
Like vines, we intertwine, carelessly growing up and growing old. So good. Thank you, Dennis, for making that moment happen.
Love that.
Decemberist, Crane Wife. That is on my wife's top 5, very likely. Gloom Division by IDK How. Awesome. And number 1, Fever You Can't Sweat Out by Panic at the Disco. Figures. Unfortunately, speaking of Panic, I dropped the ball trying to come up with a single Panic-centric list. Not only have I been so wildly busy, but I truly feel like it's a gauntlet of a task, and one I'm not emotionally equipped for. Dennis, you are not the only one that has said almost those exact same words to me, so do not worry about it.
You're getting married, bro. Go get cherished. Get absolutely fucking cherished.
Yeah, go get loved and cherished on. Bro, we got it. We got loved and cherished on, dude. What this band means to me has become more and more relevant through our discussions, as they have completely structured my own independent musical identity. It's like your own child, which nothing could compare to, and it's unfair to try and say what you love most of them. They are perfect in their own way. That being said, Adam, you messed up real big by putting King of the Clouds so low on your list with like a shrugging emoji. And I agree with that. All in all, thank you so much for your care, personality, and the joy you had brought to myself and others for making us feel welcome as a community. I hope by sharing to you, I feel welcome as your friend, and I cannot wait for the next podcast. Hopefully that by that point, I'll be off the bad site and onto something relatively better than Spotify. Thanks always, Dennis Wakeman.
Wake.
And I want to clarify here, in the signature of the email, he did capitalize WAKE.
Yes.
For the bit. So thank you, Dennis, for that. I said this to you in our Instagram chat, Dennis, but even when we disagree pretty critically on things, it has always been fun. So thank you so much for being a listener, being a friend, above all. And we will see you on the other side. We got an email from 4th favorite listener, Aaron Hewell. who says, "Hi, Adam and Lily. As your resident Pretty Odd stan, I apologize that this is not a top 10 of all Panic, but instead a ranking of Pretty Odd." I love that. I look back at my notes app in my phone, and I have been amending this ranking in both January and February of last year. ADHD procrastinator who, you're not alone. Anyway, I love Pretty Odd. It's a super important album to me. It's one of a handful of albums I can listen to all the way through, no skips. And She Had the World makes me want to cry every time. I will say, I've talked some shit about Mountain in the Middle of the Cabins, as far as like I forget it exists. Never skip it when I listen to Pretty Odd. So I can agree with that. So Aaron Hewell's ranking goes as follows. Number 15, I Have Friends in Holy Spaces. 14, 9 in the Afternoon. 13, Do You Know What I'm Seeing? 12, That Green Gentleman, Things Have Changed. 11, Mad as Rabbits. 10, From a Mountain in the Middle of the Cabin, speaking of. 9, Behind the Sea. 8, When the Day Met the Night. 7, Pasta Shovel, Pas de Cheval. 6, She's a Handsome Woman. 5, We're So Starving. 4, Folkin' Around. 3, The Piano Knows Something I Don't Know. 2, Northern Downpour. And 1, She Had the World. I love that list.
It's a pretty fucking solid list.
Pretty solid list. Also, I can explain my absence. I went into a total burnout mode, and then when I revisited the podcast a couple times, reading the this is so fucking funny. I saw like a little blip here. I revisited the podcast a couple times, reading the titles and not actually tapping an episode to listen. I thought that you would replace the host who was consistently less wrong than Adam. So I didn't check it again for another ages until like 2 weeks ago. I went onto the Linktree to find out who this Lily was. Imagine my surprise and delight to discover. I can only apologize at this late phase and beg forgiveness for both my burnout and for not trusting that you both would see this podcast through to the bittersweet end. Everything I do is... Anyway. You both got me through so many overwhelms. Just putting this podcast on got me through so many tasks that I couldn't face and long drives, although that first shout out did nearly make me swerve with laughter. Clicking that Who Was Dumber This Episode button makes me cackle every time and was my favorite thing to do on my walk to work Tuesday mornings. I would click Adam before I even listened to the episode, and I'm not ashamed of that. Yeah, we knew that. We knew that. Yeah. The worst kept secret in the business. I'm also not ashamed to say that the title track of Viva Las Vengeance was my theme tune for late summer 2022, as I urged myself to just shut up and go to bed, and never did, to my detriment. Anyway, so long, and thanks for all the fish.
Nice.
Shouts out. Your fourth fave, and I hope first favorite listener in Ireland, Aaron Humsicle Hewell. I don't think we knew that Aaron was Irish.
No, I wondered because we did have a follow-up email to this, but like after seeing some of the posts, it's like,
her name on her Insta, just the most Irish thing I've ever read in my life. Yeah. Quite frankly.
Well, and on top of that, it would make sense for like the time difference to be the first person to vote on every.
That's true.
Thing.
It was a lot of usually Aaron was the first vote, but that makes a lot of sense now. And Aaron did the thing, which was, hey, just letting you know, this is my Instagram account. I have followed you. Yeah. And then we did. And that's how that works, generally speaking. So if you'd like to do linktree.com/Liliana Dawn, linktree.com/Mr. Cropes. It's MRCROPES, like Mr. shortened, not Mr. Mister.
I am
last, but certainly not least, and I'm reading it last because it was the last email we received.
We got to hold for a moment because I am so glad that came out. Like, I am so glad that Aaron returned. You know, not only like fourth favorite listener, but like the villain of the podcast, quote unquote, before we
the original. Listen, Danny binge will listen to the podcast, so Danny knows the original villain of the podcast, Aaron Hewell.
Big shoes to fill.
It's funny. It's like, I don't know. It's just like the perfect timing.
Yeah.
Because like Aaron came back right towards the end and was able to send and like have it's very cool, and thankful that Aaron was able to jump back in and came back. I I will say wholeheartedly, I can't speak for Adam because he's dumb. Obviously, we know this. I forgive you for your burnout and for not listening to the podcast because you thought that somebody replaced Sam.
Like, I would have been the one to inherit the podcast, I think is also the best part of it.
Right. Because here's the thing that I do want to put out there is like, you think that after however long you had been listening to the podcast at that point, that Adam was going to be the one that edited it, produced it, and released it responsibly?
I was the one tying the shoes every morning. Yeah,
hell no, dude. Hell no.
I love the Sakurai feeling of like we're all here. Like it's
really it's very Avengers, very Super Smash Brothers. One last email before we do the thing from Annie Blue 012. Hi Annie. Adam had to threaten to dissolve our group chat. Annie stayed in their car for like an hour and still didn't finish the email.
This is a terrible message that sometimes says bullying does work, but it should never work to maybe that level.
No, that was crazy. And I will apologize on Adam's behalf for the undue stress that he put upon you, Annie. But we did get a great email here from Annie Blue 012. Hi, Annie. Adios, ANL. ATD. That's Adam and Lily at the disco, in case you weren't paying attention. Well, in typical Annie fashion, I've left this to the last minute, drafting the final episode email on my work breaks and checking over them half asleep in the morning. This matters to me. It does. I'm just losing my mind and horrible at time management. Get it. Totally. We had to threaten Lotus too. It's fine. I found the show when looking up New Perspective, and there in the search results, I see y'all's episode covering the song. I got so excited. At last, I'd found a podcast about Panic at the Disco. I was immediately drawn in, not just by the topics, but by the incredible, wonderful, gosh darn silly hosts as well. I've admired your friendship and dynamic from the very beginning, and I'm so glad that with time, I've been able to call you my friends as well. Yeah, it's in a parental type way, but I genuinely cherish it, and I'm grateful for the banter and advice that's been shared along the way. I love listening every week for the past couple of years. Years? I still find it wild to believe that it's been years of this pod, and now we finally reached its conclusion. The hosts and the listeners, we've all been through changes and grown, and while the show has had some changes as well, it's remained a constant for us for a long time now. It's bittersweet. Everything I do is bittersweet to have reached the end. I do feel bad that I have yet to finish my animations that I've started, so I apologize for that. You have to edit those now. You have to tweak them because I don't look like that anymore. So it's like a whole thing now. That's fine. 3 years y'all have been doing this. I've been listening for 2.5, and you bet your asses I'm sticking around for the next iteration of the pod. I can't wait. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Adam. I love you both. Anyway, here's my top 10 because again, I put all of this off for so damn long that I couldn't get my rankings in alongside yours. Ah ha ha ha, with a little crying emoji. That's totally fine. Annie's number 10 is Golden Days. This is a wild list, by the way, just like glancing at some of these. Again, this one's the most wild, I think. 10 is Golden Days. 9 is The Calendar. 8 is Turn Off the Lights. 7 is There's a Good Reason These Tables Are Numbered. Honey, you just haven't thought of it yet. 6 is Sarah Smiles. 5 is The Ballad of Mona Lisa. 4 is New Perspective. 3 is Always. 2 is Trades Mistakes, Trade Mistakes. And number 1, Annie's number 1 Panic at the Disco song is I Wanna Be Free.
God
damn.
And I don't even mean that like I want to say real quick, judging by the messages that we had back and forth earlier today, like the number 1 makes sense.
Yeah.
I think the number 1 makes a lot of sense. And while I want to disagree with it, I see Annie for who they are, and I think like this will be a list that I hope over time, and this is going to sound really bad. Like, this is going to be a list over time that I think will be reassessed and, like, on another side or in a better mindset time, like, you'll find yourself being free from I Want to Be Free.
Yeah, I feel that. It's an evolution.
Yeah.
Even now, my top 10, like the bottom half of my top 10 evolved a decent amount. No, it didn't. I'm an adult. Sorry. I'm kidding. Thank you, Annie. Annie says, love y'all, looking forward to what's to come, and a lot of very cute ASCII emojis down there at the bottom. So thank you. I just want to say, so Google does the automatic responses you can click, and it's, I'm so proud of you, glad you enjoyed it, and wow. And I think I'm going to send them, I'm so proud of you, with zero context, and they're not going to know what it's about until they hear this episode.
Yeah.
I also want to mention, just really quick, a really quick one, Boots on the Ground, Caitlin Taylor, on YouTube, from Katie Slate. Boots on the Ground, it's Katie Slate, and yes, I am everywhere. Thank you, Caitlin.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That was a lot.
See,
like, I don't...
We're at an hour 22.
Yeah.
I've almost burst into tears several times.
Yeah.
And we still haven't even started our ranking.
No.
We knew this was going to happen.
Absolutely.
I want to say one quick thing before we go into our ranking. This is also involving a ranking, but I do want to go into one quick thing about our rankings and stuff before we go into it. We talked about how we were going to revisit this in the final episode just to make sure nothing has changed. I don't know if you've been thinking about it, but I have. I was looking at my album ranking, and I said, you know what? I wonder if my album ranking has changed, where we ranked all 7 of the albums over the course of ranking all of the songs.
Yeah.
And looking at my notes, I'm trying to find it again, but I don't think that it did.
No.
I'm looking, for some reason I can't find this shit anywhere to save my life. And that's really just the kind of spirit of this podcast. Nope, that's that. If this takes too long, I'm going to cut it out. Nope, there it is. Album rankings, there it is. So let's pull up the album rankings. So this was the ranking when we talked about it on the podcast. My number 7 album was Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die. Number 6 was Viva Las Vengeance. 5 was Pray for the Wicked. 4 was Death of a Bachelor. 3 was A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. 2 was Vices Ampersand Virtues. And 1 was Pretty Odd. Yeah. And I'm here to tell you that after this exercise, after doing this 112 song ranking, my number 7 is Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die. My number 6 is Viva Las Vengeance. My number 5 is Pray for the Wicked. My number 4 is Death of a Bachelor. My number 3 is A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. My number 2 is Vices and Virtues. My number 1 is still Pretty Odd. Yeah. Nothing changed. Which I kind of expected, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, because mine was number 7, Pray for the Wicked, 6, Viva Las Vengeance, 5, Death of a Bachelor, 4, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, 3, Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die, 2, Vices Ampersand Virtues, and 1, Pretty Odd. Not a fucking thing would move.
Nope.
And I think this list has been a good representation of probably why. Not even probably, like definitively why.
Yeah.
I mean, for God's sakes, like, we introduced bonus tracks and all that into this, and like the fact that some of those are still over songs that are on some of those albums that we just listed, I think is a good reason why that our rankings would not change.
Yep. Agreed. So with that out of the way, Adam, I think it's time that we just do it. We gotta do the damn thing.
We do.
Are you ready?
No, but I will be. Because you're first.
That's true. You have time. My number 10, and again, this was a song that was not in this top 10 list that changed over the course of doing this for, I think, very good reasons.
Sure.
Because my number 10 is That Green Gentleman, Things Have Changed. I remember listening to a bunch of songs, Panic songs.
Yeah.
And this coming up and like sitting, and I was in my car driving and listening to the lyrics of the song. And we kind of talked about what they mean as far as like for the band and stuff like that. But I think, but I thought about maybe about two. So just for timeline purposes, I obviously told the podcast a little bit later. I knew. I've been thinking about this for a pretty long time. Like the first time I was just like, shit, something is up with this shit. Yeah. This whole thing was probably like March of 2024. So I was doing a lot of like self-inflection and self-exploration. I went through a lot of stuff, and in December is when I told Chelsea that, hey, something is up with like me. I may be non-binary, and I'm gonna explore that.
Yeah.
And I remember coming out as non-binary, and that not feeling like the weight that had been lifted off of my shoulder that I hoped and expected it would be. And I want to clarify here, because I think a lot of people think that this is the case. A lot of people that are not familiar with the queer community and things like that think that like non-binary is a springboard into binary transness.
Sure.
And that is not the case at all. It just so happened to be what happened to me. But that is not the case. It's not even necessarily common. But that's what happened in my situation. So it felt kind of hollow. And I started talking to a therapist who I still talk to this day. Shouts out Allison. She's great. And we talked through it, and we were kind of going through. Sorry, I have these earrings on, and they're crow skulls, and they're fucking poking the shit out of my goddamn cheek in the headphones there. So just kind of having this conversation, and I think one day she just goes, "Hey, do you think you might be transgender?" And I remember sitting in the office silent for a little bit. And I just said, I don't know.
Sure.
And then I remember really mulling it over and like driving home and thinking about it. And I get home from that session. I walk into the apartment, and it's a Friday, so Chelsea isn't working. She doesn't work on Fridays. And I walk in, and I must have a look on my face. And she goes, "Are you okay?" And I just like looked at her for a second, and I stood there, because the way that our entryway, we have like a little hallway. So here's the office. So if you're looking at the office door, over here is the front door. And then if you go this way, there's a little hallway that opens up into our living room and kitchen area. And so we have a sectional couch. So right here along this wall is the back side of part of the couch. And that's not super important, but I would just say like I was standing like behind, so like it's just behind the couch, like with my arms drooped like this. And she goes, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I think I might be a woman." And it was very quiet for a little bit. And then she just goes, "Okay, what do we need to do?" And then from there, I was kind of off to the races. Went back to therapy the next week and was like, "Hey, blah, blah, blah," talked through it. And then she was just like, Allison, my therapist, was just like, I'm comfortable diagnosing you with the diagnosis of gender dysphoria.
Sure.
And was very clear to mention that gender dysphoria is not something that needs to be diagnosed, but for the purposes of going to doctors and doing transition and stuff, they have to list it as a diagnosis. Otherwise, nobody pays attention to it because, yeah, here we are. So I remember getting out of that appointment, sitting in my car, literally making an appointment on my phone with Planned Parenthood in my car before I even left the fucking parking lot of my therapist's office, and then drove home and fucking sobbed the entire way. A 30-minute drive.
Yeah.
A couple weeks after this, maybe like a week and a half after this, I went down to Atlanta and I visited Alessio, the co-host of my other podcast. That's when I told him. And then literally 2 days after we got back from that weekend trip, my appointment at Planned Parenthood happened. They were just like, yes, okay, here's your prescription, here's your regimen, here's your plan, here's what we're going to do, blah, blah, blah. And really kind of set up a plan. And then I had to go and get my second vasectomy because the first one didn't work. And then I didn't want to take like a new medication before a surgery like that. And so, because they had to put me under for that. And that's a really like squeamish story that I won't tell, but they had to put me under for that. I had to go do anesthesia. Fucking crazy. And then the very next day I started taking my HRT, and that was on February 22nd. So as you are listening to this, it will be 9 months this Saturday. Yeah. And about 2 months into that, I was listening to Panic at the Disco. So about April. And this is when like I was slowly starting to like actually present outwardly as female, and not like mask or hide or anything like that. And I remember That Green Gentleman, all this about my number 10, about That Green Gentleman. Back to the point at hand. That Green Gentleman came on, and I remember hearing, things have changed for me, and that's okay. I'm on my way. I'm still the same. I'm fucking tripping over the lyrics right now because I'm fucking going crazy. I just remember hearing the chorus of that song and really listening to it. Things are shaping up to be pretty odd. Things have changed for me, and that's okay. Feel the same. I'm on my way, and I say. And that fucking struck me right in the heart when that happened. And I was like, shit, I need to move this song up. Damn. Because at the time, I don't think we had decided to rank all of the songs. I think we were going to do like our top 10. And so I was curating like a top 10 the entire time. And we were teasing and like joking around with the idea that we were going to do all 112 songs. But I knew we were going to do our top 10. And so I was like, fuck, I got to move this to 10. And I did. Like, it's one of those things where it's just like, it just wound up. The only reason why it's at 10 and not higher is because it is such a recent love, like newfound love for me, that it's just really hard to like push it past the rest of it. But it definitely deserves a space on this list for a lot of like really strong, like I have a very strong association with this song and an upward trend in my transition. Sure. And so that's kind of what happened, because it was like it was high up, but I think it was in the between 40 to 30.
Oh shit. Originally. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so it jumped quite a bit.
Like, I remember when we had talked about this song on the actual episode for this song, like you had talked about so many things then, and like the move to Seattle, like the constant moves, but especially the move to Seattle and how effective that was. And like, I don't want to be an asshole, but I kind of want to be an asshole.
Be an asshole. It's never fucking stopped you before.
There was never going to be a time that I did not anticipate this being so high for you.
Yeah.
Whether it was that, or whether it was like the recent changes that you have gone on that are so fucking Life-changing more than a move. Life-changing more than marrying somebody. Life-changing more than having a child. And in so many fucking ways. Because this is you as a person. And this is you coming into who you are for you. And that, like, not a lot of people find what I think would just be true catharsis. And I think for that to be what you have discovered is incredible. And every listener and every person knows that it's not easy, but you had taken every opportunity in life to make the fucking decision for you. You didn't just shove it down. You didn't just say, no, that's not me. You took it. So for this song to be here, it's weird to say that, like, as much as every other song is really good, this is your song.
Yep. And
Let
I think
me mansplain more things to you about
yeah, please. Yeah, please. But can you mansplain the trans journey to a trans woman one more time for me, please?
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Right.
And I think, and again, I told you, like, before that moment happened, it was way lower.
Yeah.
And I think I forgot.
Sure. Yeah.
Or it would have been way lower, I should say. But I just kind of think I forgot about that stuff because it's always been a pretty important song to me. But I think it's just like I just became so, like, locked into, like, the normalcy of everything that it just never registered again. But that was a really important moment. And yeah, you talk like going through, like, it's like important changes, different, just me as a person, like all this other stuff. But before we get to your number 10,
yeah,
that's okay. I feel the same. I'm on my way, and I say, Adam, what is your number 10?
Well, let me go ahead and follow that up with
yeah, with some fucking doo-doo fucking
doo-doo garbage.
It's fucking. I changed my mind. It's Fassel.
Yeah. Well, it's apparently caca time. So number 10 is "She Had the World."
Yeah, I get that. I think "She Had the World" was a really great song.
Yeah. Like, I think kind of going through that episode, you find out that this is a very dark song in so many ways. But goddamn, is the visage that I'm just a pretty little thing of a melody and other lyrics that aren't necessarily the dark ones, I think do sit highly for me. And this is kind of like I've wanted to do with several other of these songs throughout all these years. Let me have my meaning. Let me have my ranking. Let me have my interpretation of the song. Like, I get that. Like, you don't, like, I could love you if I learned how to lie, kind of, or like, you could love me if you learned how to lie. Like, that's a hell of a fucking damning line.
Yeah, I love that line. I've always loved that line, and then immediately following it about "Who could love me? I'm out of my mind." Like, I think, like, that's such a powerful, like,
yeah,
that whole section, that whole bridge is very, like, powerful to me.
Absolutely. Like, it's just, it sounds good. I like, pretty odd. Like I said, would not change its ranking. And I think that's going to show in a few different ways. But this song is just so fucking good that it would be weird to not put it here.
Yeah.
What's your number 9?
It's time to get fun now. My number 9 is Crazy Equals Genius.
You fucker. You did it. You fucker.
I fucking did it. It's here. Of course it was going to be up here.
Yeah.
The amount of shit that I gave you, I obviously gave you more shit about a different song, and we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But I gave you so much shit about this song in the episode. I just think this is such a blast of a song. It's one of those songs that I fucking love, the fucking jazz swing. Like, this is the type of song. And again, we talked about this where it's just like, fuck, I wish that Death of a Bachelor was more of that, like, croony, like, Rat Pack, like, blah, blah, blah type beat. I do truly believe that, but like if I'm at a fucking jazz club and fucking doom 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 starts happening, I'm just like, I'm fucking wired, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking back in the day, like I'm throwing it back, and like they don't even know what throwing it back is back then. You know what I mean? Like I'm here for this shit, and it's just like one of those like really like effortlessly cocky songs that translates really well.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it's like a very good cocky song that also still just says, hey, you're a little fucking weirdo at the same time. Like this does embody that Wallflower, like writing a cocky song kind of feeling that I think I can definitely get, like still get behind. The verses are still so good.
Yeah, it's so good. And it's one of those things that's like, oh, yelling, blah, blah, blah. But I just think like, that like a song like this has to have like a chorus that's like, whoa, whoa. And it's like just like loud and like boisterous and that like, it's like, it's that, but then it's also like the verses are really great. Like the, where it slows down, it like does the, we just like love what you want to be. And it's like, it's like, it's got that vibe to it and then like hits you with the chorus. The horns and the percussion. Yeah. This is one of, and I fully believe this is one of the coolest songs he ever wrote.
Yeah.
And I stand behind that to this day. It is such a great song.
Like it's strange to be an outlier on an album of outliers.
Yeah. Because the thing with Crazy Equals Genius is that it fits into a theme that I wish was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because of like how exciting it is and how like stunning of a song it is and how it doesn't fumble the bridge, like it soars past the thing that made me wish it was the theme in the first place. It soars past Death of a Bachelor to me to become this like fucking like this is what I'd go out to the club for back in the day. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So number 9, Crazy Equals Genius, fucking big time. Big time. So shit. Yeah.
Number 9 for me. Come on.
Okay.
You know, this is one that it's one that lived in the top 5, like 5 to 10. Like it lived in the 6 to 10 area. It just wasn't like, where the hell do you actually put a song like Come On?
Yeah.
That's gonna fit anybody and everybody. And in this instance, like this is my list. This is my list. I love it. It's great.
It's my list. It's the best list.
I like Come On. Everybody loves Come On.
Come On's a great song. Nobody hates it.
It's just so fucking cool. Like I think in a time where I was not a fan of Fun, and I believe I said this, like for me to like.
Well, you're still not a fan of Fun,
I'm
asshole.
Still not a fan of. I hate Fun. Like
Fun. No Fun, bitch.
For a Panic at the Disco and Fun combination, I didn't know what to expect, and no world would have ever been this. And it is so fucking beautiful. It is so loud in all the right ways. I think it's like the message behind it is incredible, and I think it's one that just truly does elevate it up here on top of being a good song. And the cover art has a fucking tiger.
Yeah,
like
that's pretty sick.
There's just tons of things. It's
also blended perfectly to me because it's not Panic at the Disco featuring Fun. It's Panic at the Disco and Fun. Right. And I think that like Brendan does get a few bigger moments and like more play, but like it's a pretty perfectly blended like mix of Nate and Brendan and like the bands kind of coming together as opposed to like being these like at odds thing. And I remember hearing this on like, I was a huge fan of Fun and a huge fan of Panic, and so hearing them come together, like, oh, this is very, very fucking good to me, and I like this a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, just an update, nothing specific, but the format, we're getting closer and closer to that new album. Let's fucking go. Speaking of fun, Nate Roos.
What's your number 8?
My number 8 is When the Day Met the Night.
All right.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful song. Beautiful. And here's what I'm going to say, and it's unfortunate that this happened to it, but it should also tell you that is how much I love this song.
Yeah.
I associate this song with an ex who was, without going too deep into some dark things, was unkind to me by the end of it all. And so I shelved this song for a really long time. Still listened to it when Pretty Odd came on, obviously. No skips, album, no skips, obviously. But it was painful for a really long time.
Sure.
And I think for a lot, because of that, like, it was bad. It was, when I say unkind, like, that's a very, calling her unkind is a kind way of putting it.
Woof.
And so I associated this song with a lot of darkness too, in a lot of ways, for a really long time. But over time, I've sort of managed to reclaim some of that. And so now when I listen to When the Day Met the Night, I can hear it and see it for like its beauty and for what it represents. And this like really, and again, like part of it is just like this really like ragged, tired, old, whatever, meeting this beautiful being that restores its faith in. And it came from, you know, I was that ragged, tired person for a very long time, and so I see myself in the song quite a bit. And now even going further forward, I consider myself the bright, beautiful being. And so it's kind of like shifted around quite a bit. And so I have gotten a renewed appreciation for it. It never truly went away, but I think it's just like one of those things where it's just like, there's so much hurt and darkness and pain associated with it that it's like, I've managed to transcend that and I've managed to move past that. But I think like there's that lingering thing. It's just like, man, I really, really want to put this higher, but I think it just has to stay here.
Sure.
But I really do love this song. It's a great song.
It's a great song. Like it's kind of one of those things where you just like hate when something has to have that hold on you. Like, that's not even saying that this song would have climbed even higher, but it's just the fact that like the weight of carrying something has to then affect how you can personally take in not only media, but like such a beautiful song. Like, really. Number 8. Dying in LA. So, like real quick, behind the veil, I think if we were to ever introduce a world where this podcast existed and this list existed, and we allowed the This Is Gospel piano version,
is this where it would be?
It probably would have shifted this down a little bit, and then everything after. Dying in LA is just incredibly beautiful. Like I've said on so many of these final songs that followed Dying in LA, like, and there's not much, right? Like, I wanted another one of these because to go from The End of All Things into Impossible Year into Dying in LA, right? Like we would have been left with one more. And I will forever feel kind of ripped off to not have that. And I understand like the significance of your final album. You want to have a bonanza to go out on and just hit them with the razzle dazzle. But I think there's beauty in Dying in LA that could have lived on Viva. And I think a lot of the themes of Viva, no matter how retreaded they had been, not only in the album, but across other albums, the follow-up to Dying in LA may not have been great, but it would have been competition maybe. And I think the story of Dying in LA, just what it wants you to feel as a person, is so widespread. That's what makes it beautiful, because it doesn't have to just be LA. It can be anywhere, and it can be anywhere you go and anywhere you want to be. And you find out that it's not 100% perfect, and it's maybe not a perfect that you can handle, but it's still a life that you're going to take on and accomplish something in there. And I don't know, like the beauty of this song doesn't only lie in the piano. Like that voice does so much.
Yeah. He sings like his life is depending on that song. Yeah.
And it's one of those few times where like I'll take the high moments. I'll take the crazy bits because they're not over the top. They are very controlled, and that's another thing that I love about this song is like it is a level of just understanding not only yourself but the world. So fucking Dying in LA was so good.
I respect it. I understand.
What is your number 7?
My number 7 is King of the Clouds.
All right.
It's one of those things. I think based on like my reaction to it all season, you might have expected it to be higher.
Sure.
But I don't know. I just really, really fucking love it. I love the stacking of his voice. I love the high parts. I just love everything about this song. And it's just like, it's that paranoia song. It's that like, can I trust anybody song? And it was in a part of my life where I just really felt that quite a bit.
Sure.
And it's just like, I don't know. And again, I love the music behind. I like the music and like the instrumentation and everything like that. It's just like, it just hit me. This song has always hit me in a way that just makes sense to my heart.
Sure.
I guess. I don't know. And not in like oh my God. And it's like the beauty and whatever Day Met the Night type of thing. It's just like, it just hits that part of my heart. That's like, it hits the dark parts of my heart.
Yeah.
And lets me indulge without being destructive, I think. And I think I really appreciate it for that. I just really think it's also just really beautiful in its own way. I really have a great appreciation for King of the Clouds. And I don't want to belabor it because again, 92, fuck are you thinking?
I think we have a whole episode about belaboring the point. If anybody wants to go back, if anybody wants to pause here, go back and listen to me getting yelled at. Just go ahead and do that now and then come back.
I think everything you need to know about why this song is so high up my list will be very clear and apparent if you go back and listen to the episode. Legitimately, that was pre-Lily, right? That was Adam and Sam on it.
Yeah.
That I have never like if you are used to me, if you haven't heard that episode or haven't thought about that episode in a really long time, and you're not used to me, and you're not used to me like being the aggressive one, you like seriously, you need to go back and listen to that episode and be like, holy fuck, it's a good thing she started taking estrogen.
Well, it's also like a good episode for reference that we definitely have hundreds of miles between us.
Yeah. Absolutely. If we lived in the same state within probably an hour of each other, I would have driven to your house and beaten your fucking ass at the end of that episode. And I'm not entirely sure that I'm joking.
Sure. Burn the house down.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's neither here nor there. Love King of the Clouds, number 7, which is just to clarify the point here, 85 spaces higher than number 92. Science. And yes, I did pull my calculator open for that. Shut up. Thank you, Adam. What's your number 7?
Number 7 is Impossible Year.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering where it would be, and I knew it would be up here. Yeah.
I mean, beautiful song, but I've also spoken in the past how much heavy lifting this had done through things that had happened in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to still be so far ahead of that event, but still hold so much significance, I think, is a real reason why this can live here. Because the second that I heard Impossible Year and that slow build up is still so fucking cool. And to live on an album, and it's like the same as Dying in LA, but to live on an album where nothing at all sounds like this, but is the complete promise of what you could have had. Like, to be on Death of a Bachelor and close with this song, I think, was the best move that could have ever been made for Death of a Bachelor. Like, there are songs on that album that are good. There are songs on that album that fit the crooning type, obviously, as we've talked about. But this was a shock, like, to the system, because to even go back to the end of all things, this does not sound like that. This does not have a vocoder. This does not have a voice like effect to it. And I think to go from the comparison that I made with Dying in LA, like, this is also the promise that This Is Gospel piano version made, and the best realization of it, because that song is so beautiful in that form. And I think to take that and take the evolution that Boyd made, like, through just one album, like, this sounds so fucking different, but fuck is it beautiful in every way. I think Impossible Year is one of the most beautiful songs that I've ever heard. And I'm not talking like good love song, I'm not talking good writing, I'm not talking fine strings, I am talking straight voice, soup to nuts. All of it is so
goddamn
goddamn
soup
good.
to nuts.
I did say soup to nuts.
My Gen X boss, when I worked at Microsoft, used to say soup to nuts about everything.
I don't like the fact that I just said it. Like, it is an arc, and it is such a character arc that I think a lot of us feel, really. Yeah. And to just kind of put it in this little 3-minute thing, fucking so good.
You bring up a point too. It's just like there are obviously, based on rankings, there's a lot of songs on Death of a Bachelor that I wouldn't want to be rid of. But if I could like explode Death of a Bachelor and make it 2 distinct albums, and then just like build a vibe around Death of a Bachelor, Crazy Equals Genius, and Impossible Year, and just like put those and just have like 8 more songs just like slot in there, I would
absolutely.
And then fix the bridge of Death of a Bachelor also. That would be great, because Impossible Year is a really like Impossible Year is that song that just like, it is the last song, you're smoking your last cigarette, and it's just like, it's time to, you got your fucking jacket over your shoulder and it's time to mosey. Like that's the type of song that it is. That's the emotions it invokes. Really beautiful song.
Love it. What's your number 6?
My number 6. Everything I do is bittersweet.
Damn.
I know. It's high up. I know. But goddamn, do I love this song? How I always love this song. Sure. I just think it's such like a pointed. I love like the kind of like the doo-wop, the ba 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 da ba, like the doo-wop influences in it. I love the lyrics. Like, you could tell me secrets that I'll probably like repeat, and it's just like, I'm not trying to hurt you. I just love to speak. Like the whole chorus is like that. I think the thing that endeared me to this song the most was the beginning. I've been to Tokyo and to South Africa, so many places that you may say I've seen it all, but my favorite place is the warm embrace of holding your hair back in a bathroom stall, directly into the ba 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 da ba. Like, I remember hearing that for the first time and my brain chemistry changing. It's just such a vibrant song, and for it to be a bonus track is like crazy to me. Like, I fucking love this song.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Because it's like your least favorite bonus track, isn't it?
Yep, pretty much.
It's like where'd you put Bittersweet?
This is where Crazy Equals Genius comes into play. Bittersweet. Watch it be number 71 that I still have not figured out. 99.
So even lower than I should have been fucking with you on this one. Less than King of the Clouds.
I think you were prepared to, and realized that you just had a different fight to go through.
I think at the time, I was still reeling from it, but like I knew you didn't like it that much, and then King of the Clouds came through at 92, and I just forgot. But Bittersweet, number 6.
Heartbreak.
Yeah, exactly. Same fucking episode. You did this to me twice. God damn it. What's your number 6?
When the Day Met the Night.
Yeah.
You know,
Makes sense.
that's gonna be here.
Yeah, it's got to be here. Like, there's no way it's not here. Adam.
Oh, I know. I wore all my rankings on my sleeves through the entirety of the podcast 3 years ago. Before we even started Pretty Odd, people could have predicted this probably.
We talked about how our number ones and number two were probably going to be like we've been talking about this for really. So if you were surprised by any of this, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Yeah. What podcast were you listening to?
Yeah, what podcast were you listening to? What is your number 5?
My number. Ooh, this is an interesting spin. Why is it?
Wait! No.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
No, my 6 was Bittersweet. Your 6 was When the Day Met the Night.
Yes.
Do you want to say anything else about When the Day Met the Night past what we talked about earlier?
No, I don't think I can. I mean, my heart lives with so many of these Pretty Odd songs that it just can't not.
Can I say something kind of poetic? That I do want to talk about When the Day Met the Night, and I literally just popped in my head, and maybe one of the reasons why it's received so much like renewed love for me. The line is, and it is very romantic love, so I do want to clarify that it's not like I'm thinking about it like that, but the idea of, because the line when he was just hanging around. Then he fell in love and he didn't know how, but he couldn't get out.
Yep.
It does to me in a weird way kind of feel like also my situation where like I've now fallen in love with what he was just hanging around and then he fell in love with her. I fell in love with who I was supposed to be. And now I'm the sun. I think we talked about this where I think we thought like the moon was him and the sun was her. I think we talked about that. Is that the consensus we reached?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the moon, ragged and disheveled, not sure where to go.
Right.
And now I am the sun. And I fell in love with the person that I was supposed to be.
I do love this.
My number 5, though, almost fucking hop skipped the fucking shit.
About did.
My number 5 is Come On.
Damn. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were there. We were close.
We were close. They were within 4 moments. Yeah. And again, very same thing. Like we talked about it quite candidly moments ago. Still love it again. You had that moment where you were not necessarily a fan of the band Fun. But it was just the perfect balance. Whereas like the fact that I was a fan of Fun and Panic, and I got this song, and it was the platonic ideal of what a song featuring Panic at the Disco and Fun should have been. I think is just très magnifique. So I won't belabor the point anymore.
I think like the line of try not to mistake with what you have with what you hate. Mm-hmm. It could leave come the morning. Like, and I just pulled that out of my ass. So there you go.
That's like, what it is.
That's how the song. That's how fucking good this song is. That I can just do that.
Yay!
Was like a turning point where it's like, hey, yeah, no, really, asshole, you got to stop living the way that you're living and maybe grow up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that was great.
Yeah, agreed.
My number 5. And I feel bad to do it.
I'm so scared.
It's such a good song. Is Nearly Witches.
Oh, man.
I know.
So goddamn close. I'll say this because my number 4 is Nearly Witches.
Yeah.
Oh, so fucking close. Okay.
Which means that we've got some fuckery in play here.
Yeah, more fuckery than I was anticipating.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be some fuckery.
Yeah. So your number 5 is Nearly Witches. My number 4 is Nearly Witches.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Nearly Witches.
If anything that I have ever said here to anybody on this podcast about the way that I feel, the way that I sense, the way that I want a song to sound.
I'm looking at you on the video.
Yeah. I think this is it in so many ways. And it's just so fucking unique while still like drawing you into a feeling. Like, it is an absolute song of feeling that, like, I know number 5 feels fucked up, but it's an honor to be here. Like, it's such a fucking incredible song.
Yeah. It is a really incredible song. Here's something that we've always said about Vices, right?
Yeah.
Vices ampersand Virtues has always felt like, to me, What If Fever, but more grown up in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And Nearly Witches, more than any other song on Vices, more than Mona Lisa, more than any other song on Vices, feels like What If Fever, but grown up.
Yes.
And I think not in like small part to the fact that it is the last song that has a Ryan Ross writing credit on it.
Yeah.
I think that is a really important thing about it that makes it, it's like, that's the last artifact we have of what Panic might have become.
Yes.
With all 4 of them still. So it's really important in that way to me, and I think probably to a lot of Panic fans. Again, I'm a sucker for the wordplay, so like it's just like my wingtips waltz across. The fact that it starts out, my waltz across my wood floors, they creak innocently down the stairs, and even just the chorus is like ever since I only shoot up with your perfume, and it's the only thing that makes me feel as good as you do, and it's just like, oh, it's like the ache of it, and it's just like, it does in a lot of ways feel like a song, and again, Sprendin Forever, but like it does feel like a Ryro song in a lot of ways too. That like passion, that missing each other, like that missing thing, even though it was kind of already kind of written in a lot of ways. And
like, for God's sakes, this song has a fucking round in it.
Yeah.
The song is a fucking round.
It has a fucking round in it. Are you fucking kidding me? A round? It has a round in it. And also like the beginning.
Yeah.
With the chorus and like the I'm up here conducting you for a reason. Watch me, watch my fingers. Here we go. And I'm gonna fucking butcher the French. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's just like Claire obscure. Yeah. Merde. Just a really gorgeous, beautiful song. Like I really, really love this song.
It truly is.
Oh, I got it. I just like mumbled it to myself, but I got all the words. There we go. But like that into the and it's like the MIDI, and it's just like, what is this gonna be?
Yeah.
But okay, listen, because it's like there. And it's just like, and it fucking melts your goddamn face off.
Yes.
And it's like, what the fuck is happening here? Yeah. And it's like, God, what a like Nearly Witch is more like Nearly Perfect. God damn, what a song. What a fucking song.
It is a perfect example to me of what a chorus should feel like in a lot of ways. Like when you feel that song erupt, it's like a hell yeah. And like everything about the chorus, I just, God damn.
And like all of the parts and the layers and the sound effects and like the fucking, like everything about this song is just truly incredible.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even begin.
I love the dual like perception that could be made of this, of like my one regret is you, is like that way that all of us feel when we kind of fall in love, where it's like, you could really fuck up so much shit for me right now, but I love you so goddamn much, so we're gonna take this wild ride because that's what we're gonna do with our life. Or also like, hey, here's the other side, and you've walked away, and I don't know what to do with myself because this is still how I feel about you. But like, obviously, hey, married for 10 years, I'm going to sign on for version 1, and obviously it's not been so fucking bad, so...
Yeah, I can't complain, really. I am paying attention. I'm listening and I'm paying attention, but I'm doing just something like mindless in the background that is relevant to the podcast, just for you and for people watching. But I just want to clarify.
All right, so that was your number 4.
That was my number 4. So we immediately go into your number 4, and I'm so fucking scared.
Always.
Okay. Makes sense.
You're safe. We're safe.
I respect it. I get it. I understand it. A beautiful song.
Beautiful song. I
do not begrudge you this.
No.
Talk to me about Always.
Just, goddamn, what the hell would I have ever expected from this song that wasn't what it was? Like, it is so grimly beautiful. Like, really, I think it is so. It's not necessarily tragic, but it kind of is. Like, this is one of those songs that I'm going to be confounded by until my dying day, because something so beautiful should not sound this way, or not have the conflicting intentions that I think this song does in a lot of ways. Like, you know, Get Well Card, like, you're tearing me apart like bad glue. Like, there's a lot of things.
Talk about fucking wordplay.
Like, yeah. But oh my fucking god. I mean, there's just, what could I do aside from just like turn away from this song? And there's no way, because still to this day, like, I'm the light blinking at the end of the road. At the end of the road's right on the other side of that door. So there's no fucking way.
Yeah. I think about the song a lot, and I think about where I put it on my list. I think I put it at 14. I had Always at number 14. And I think it is a gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful song. And I just wonder, it's just like, I think there is a universe, there is a moment that puts this up here for me. I think it's just like, just to be complete, I think it's one of those things where it's just like, this is gonna seem fucked up to say, and I don't mean it to be like, it's one of those things where it does not mean what you think it means, like, in a lot of ways. I have been through a lot.
Yeah.
And I think there is still a small part of me that does not necessarily believe in Always. And I don't know, I hear this song and it's just this like beautiful ideal of a thing, and it's just like, I have such a hard time with it. And so it's like, I recognize what it is, and like, the majority of me believes in it, and the majority of me loves it, and the majority of me feels it, but there's just a little thing right back here that's just like, but it's like not.
Yeah.
And again, like, I'm obviously, like, I love my wife, and I'm like, in, you know, there's like a whole thing there that I, you know, but I don't know. We've had talks, me and her have had talks about this. Isn't like something she's going to listen to and be like, what the fuck? Like, we've had talks about this, and like where my head is at with stuff. And it's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's just beautiful song. I don't want to sit here and like,
no, I mean, because I
boo about it, but like,
I get it, because obviously I've mentioned the history of my family on this podcast, and there's no reason that I should ever believe in Always. Yeah. There's never been anything that's been shown to me as Always. But I'd like to try.
Yeah.
And I think if that's the most maybe semi-half-ass optimistic thing that I've said on this podcast ever throughout every episode, like, that's kind of where I want to be, because goddamn. But I
get why it's so high for you.
Yeah.
I really do. And I do think like there's like one small thing happens and it's this high for me as well. I just like, I think it's one of those things where it's just like, you've not been shown Always. I have heard Always.
Yeah.
And I have been shown Always.
Yeah.
Only to then come to a point where Always isn't Real.
Yeah.
Up to and including, I don't think I've talked about this on the podcast yet. You know about this. I haven't talked about this on the podcast. A weird thing happened when I came out where I told my dad and my stepmom. And at the time they were extremely supportive and like willing to learn and willing to like work at it. And I was like, hey, I know it's different. I know it's not what you expected at all, but like I'm here. You can ask me anything and I'm happy to answer questions and like help you through this and do some emotional labor and things like that. And then on Mother's Day, when I called after a month and a half of reduced communication, I was told by my stepmom that I had broken the family, that I was being selfish, and my dad said nothing.
I think, not that I want you to relive this, but there was also a fucking dead naming in there that did not make
Oh,
it.
yeah. There was some dead naming. There was some, you'll always be my son. There was some misgender. There's a lot of like, the exact quote was, as far as I'm concerned, you'll always be my son, Sam, I think was exactly what she said. Lots of yelling, lots of crying. I did not speak to them at all. They didn't try and reach out. I didn't try and reach out to them. But I thought like once I got a little bit angry, I would at the very least try and see if there was something salvageable with my dad. And then in July, my grandmother passed away. And I found out about that on Facebook. My uncle made a post about it about 15 hours after it happened. All of my cousins found out within a couple of hours. I got a courtesy text from my dad. I'd say maybe 2 hours after I discovered. So 17 hours later. Hey, I don't know if you knew this, or I don't know if you heard, but Grandma passed away peacefully. I said, yep, I heard about it on Facebook. Left me on red. Read it in 5 minutes and left me on red. And then proceeded to ignore me at the funeral so hard. Mind you, most of the rest of the family was fine. Both of them proceeded to ignore me at the funeral so fucking hard that they came up to me sitting on the couch at my uncle's, and my cousin was sitting here next to me on the couch. My dad walks inside. Mind you, stepmom's still outside. Dad walks inside, says hi to her, gives her a hug, completely ignores me like I don't exist, walks out. And that was the last time I saw him, and I haven't spoken a single word to him or to him since. And he has not tried to speak a word to me since. And at this point, I don't know if I will ever again.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know that I'm moving. And he won't. He's not going to find out from me.
Yeah.
So that sucks. His loss, obviously. But
Absolutely.
all this to say, that's supposed to be always. You know?
Yeah.
And so it's stuff like that is just like, and you know, I have, and quite honestly, like I've slowly started to drift away from friends that I thought were supposed to be always, and like for a lot, and I've got a lot of really great ones that have stuck with me and like been very supportive of me and everything like that. But like, there's just little things happen to me constantly that like ping at that little thing, and it's just like I love the concept, I love the beauty of it, and I do in my heart believe it. But in my head, it's just like, hey, just pull back a little bit. And so it's just, it's hard. But, and that's a me thing, right? That's a me problem. A me, like you can say about the word. It's like, it's the trust thing, right? It's like, I have like a thing. And so it's just like, you know what? It's hard and it's fine. And it was still number 14. All that to say.
I I get it. I mean, there's no denying any experience that meets that, and I don't think I've ever expressed completely, aside from just saying that sucks, but that story has always pissed me off from the day that you told me, because Jesus Christ, you deserve so much fucking better.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of stuff, but you know what? I'm still here. I'm still living.
Yeah.
Still do my best.
You're
Always, huh? Great song. Adam, here's where we're getting into fucking tarot time now, because we're at our top 3.
Yeah.
And it is clear to me at this point in time that our top 3 are the same 3 songs.
Yep.
Now, having gotten to this point and knowing what has been listed and knowing what is to come, our top 3 are the same 3 songs. And now I'm pretty confident that our number 3 is going to be an Edging is Legal. And we'll talk about that in a second. Where I'm not as confident at this point now is whether 1 and 2 are going to be Edging is Legal.
I don't even know if I'm confident number 3 is.
I'm confident in number 3. And if I'm wrong, then what the fuck? But I'm pretty confident in number 3.
I think number 1 might be safe. I think 3 and 2 we might have a little bit of strange activity.
Okay. God damn it, because I think you know where I'm coming from. And so I think you might have done some fuckery. Which is fine.
What's your number 3?
My number 3, much like some of our compatriots that we have read emails from today, my number 3 is Build God Then We'll Talk.
Oh, fuck.
Is your number 3 not Build God Then We'll Talk?
Nope.
Is that your number 2?
We'll get there.
Okay.
Well, it's come to
It's
that
time to break. It's time to bust open the fucking Comfort Modelo.
Oh, that's dank. This has probably been in the fridge a little too long. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Wow.
Damn. How I think our number 2 is the same.
Yeah, probably. Well, at this point, I don't fucking know.
Who knows? Imagine in a world of Adam and Lily at the disco where nothing in the top 23 had been an Edging is Legal.
I'm having
Conniptions.
We'll get to it, because I think that this is about to be mired in some controversy.
Maybe.
And we'll get to why here in a second. Maybe I'm weird here.
My wife just told me I was hilarious for saying that this could be sub 20, like 2 hours.
Yeah, no, it was never going to be sub 2.
Right.
Okay, so my number 3. Let's just talk through this. So my number 3 is Build God Then We'll Talk. Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is the first. Apologies to I Write Sins Not Tragedy. This is the first Panic at the Disco song that I truly loved.
Yeah,
and that love has carried over all of these 20 years.
Yeah.
It
all
is
7
such
albums.
All 7 albums, all 20 years that I've been a fan of Panic at the Disco, and all 20 years that I haven't been quite as big of a fan of Panic at the Disco, quite frankly.
Made it easier.
Yeah, it made it way easier. But yeah, it's just like, again, this is like one of those progressive songs that like goes to so many places. It's Brendan using his like low tones that go into the high tones. And this is one of the first songs, like Panic songs, where it flows and follows those spikes and dips and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And it's just like, I don't know, like, what can I say about this fucking song that is just like, it's just like, the wordplay is fantastic. It tells this crazy story. Ryan's lyrics in this one are incredible.
Absolutely.
The fucking the flow of the raindrops on roses part that goes into, and you can't even really finish the taking best guesses at the and into the next part where it's just like, it's so hectic and frantic, and it paints a picture, like the way that the song is sung and the instrumentation paints a picture of the situation that is happening. And in a song like that is this intense and amazing and wonderful, like just as a concept, for the chorus to be such a great chorus and somehow be the worst part of the song still. Don't get me wrong, I love the chorus of Bill Guy. Yeah. Side, what a wonderful America. But it's just like the verses are just so dynamic, and the instrumentation, and it's just like, how is this very fantastic chorus the part that I'm least looking forward to? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like in any other song, the chorus is like, this is the best part of the song.
Right.
And then it moved, but like, it's just like it's a triumph. I don't say that quite often, but it's a triumph.
I think in this song, like, the one thing that could be said about the choruses feel, this is going to sound so fucking stupid and I don't care. The choruses sound like a good transition. Like they are taking you from scene to scene to scene, as opposed to just being a chorus. Do you have anything you would like to say, Crypt Keeper, as we close out?
We're not even closing out. Is that probably her last appearance?
Yeah.
Okay. I do love that, like, she is very much, this is like angsty toddler behavior.
Yes, it is.
Quite right. No, you won't. Listen, Adam, I just want to throw this out there to everybody listening. We have to finish this list, and then we have to do our sappy goodbyes, and then we still have to talk about the new podcast.
Yeah. Oh, we have to also read all 112 rankings.
Right through. We're not fucking doing that.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Go listen to the other episodes again. Fuck.
Well,
continue.
In so many ways, this is capital the song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, great competition. Again, these top three songs, so much competition.
Yeah.
But
I also don't think that controversy statement is true. I was thinking about it weird. So we're fine. It's fine.
We're fine.
We're fine. We're not fine, but we're fine.
Yeah. It's amazing to be here. Shall I just go into my number 3?
Yeah. So we'll talk about this later, apparently.
Yeah. We'll talk about this after class. My number 3 is This Is Gospel.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
And we've talked about the love for this song.
Mm-hmm.
There has never been a better first song of any Panic album.
Yeah.
And I would
Adam.
Oh God.
Go ahead. Finish your sentence. Finish your sentence.
And I would say there's probably not been a better first song for several albums that aren't just Panic at the Disco. We fucked it, didn't we? We fucked it all.
Adam, because my number 2 is This Is Gospel. So,
oh my.
it's not the same at all. Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
How did we get here? Oh my. That's awesome. This is such a shock.
I did not expect this at all.
No. That's awesome.
But what a gorgeous song, though.
Yeah, really. Like I've mentioned it several times through talking about other songs. I love that this song is so good that there is a second version of it.
Yeah.
Like
that again, I think arguably is better.
Yeah.
Just like edges it out a little bit.
Yeah.
But like ultimately it's just like I don't know. There's just I have a lot of like really fond memories of this song. there is this song, for a lot of reasons that I'm not going to go into, is like really important to me for like some super specific reasons and stuff like that. It's just like, and then not even to think about the panic of it all, where it's like it's about Spencer, because of course we're a Sprendon podcast, and it's just like, yeah, man, it's just an amazing song. And it's just like the fact that it's just like the ohs, and I'm a sucker for an we know this, I'm a slut for an
Yes.
And it's just like I don't know, there's just so many parts of it. The individual parts of this song like all speak to me, and different parts of my life and portions of my life and people and people that I think about a lot and things like that. So it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, it's a beautiful song.
Yeah. I think to like open with a heartbeat and to then
to end with a dying heartbeat too.
Yeah. Like to then immediately lead into This Is Gospel, sung in a perfect boy voice, is so good. Like to go from where we had been, this would almost give like a sign that you're going to be in for something different, and to immediately be followed by Miss Jackson. You're like, oh shit, like this was so good. But like This Is Gospel is such a fucking gift.
Yeah. And also like to use like, because there's like other like vocoder stuff that we've talked about that we didn't like as much, to use like vocoder and stacking on this song and it be like subtle and light and like accentuates as opposed to overpowers, I think is also a really good, a really like powerful thing about it too. It's just a really, really, really great fucking song.
Yeah. Like it feels like, it feels so experimental in ways for this band, but like, hey, the lava came out of my science experiment, so I at least did that right, I think is kind of what this is. And it's not even like an at least I did that right. It's like, hey, here's your A+ with a star circled in red. Fucking teacher is celebrating you and never stops talking about you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, then let me continue the fuckery.
So your number 2 is, in fact...
Northern Downpour.
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Holy fuck, dude. That's crazy.
This is amazing.
Is this... Okay, so let me ask you a question. Is this revelation newer, or has it always been like this?
Like this was always going to be number 2.
Okay.
Only because...
You've lied to me for the last 3 years.
I have not lied to you.
You have. Actually, you have.
I think
actually, you have.
One.
No, I think you've been dishonest with me for 3+ years. And you made me think. You have. I've said words, and you have not been like, "Oh, hold on, friend, we might need to slow down. Don't hug me, I'm scared."
Yeah, because I think this has been an Ouroboros of the Panic at the Disco pantheon. Is This Is Gospel, Northern Downpour, Build God. Like at any point,
the Holy Trinity.
Right. Yeah. Right. I mean, which one is the Father? Which one is the Spirit? And which one is the Holy Ghost? We'll never know. We thought we could have defined it on this podcast, but apparently we missed the fucking ship. And like, it's terrifying, right? Because these 3 for me could oscillate on any different day.
Sure.
And it doesn't mean that any one of these is worse than the one above it, right?
Yeah.
Like this
it's one of those things with our top 3. Top 3 almost, it feels less like 1, 2, 3 and more like 1A, 1B, 1C,
right?
As opposed to like 1, 2, 3, because they're all, I think all 3 of these songs are so incredibly important to both of us.
Yeah.
And so this one more than any of the other ones was like going out behind the shed and shooting your favorite, like we can, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, it's just really hard. And so I am shocked, but I get it. And it's like hard to, you know what I mean?
Like so, I still very much have a decoration in our bedroom that is based off of this song, right? Like, there are things that are going to be tied to me definitely that I can't walk away from or turn my back on. And as much as this might feel like betraying something that I've loved ever since, I think Northern Downpour is an incredible song. Like it is a song that I've built a life around in so many ways. It is a song that is literally tied to me. Yeah. And I love it. But I think at the end of the day, while Northern Downpour is a good song and a great song and a damn near perfect song, my number one is one of those that like took my brain and just like fucking blew it up. Like,
just altering like, brain chemistry. Like, yeah,
like it is that kind of thing where it's like, I've never heard anything like this before. And while I might have never heard songs specifically like Northern Downpour still just sits like on the second rung of the ladder.
Yeah.
So while I feel like maybe, I probably so many times that you and I would have had some of these conversations, it's like, but they're thinking this one. They're like, this one's right here and this one's right here. And like, they're all really good. These three are like just locked in, but like which fucking one? Because I'm almost surprised, right? Like I would have almost thought that This Is Gospel would have been your number one. While still being like, hey, we have these here.
I really, really debated it for a really long time.
Yeah.
It was legitimately like no, I'm not going to hedge this because I know that the people that are listening understand this feeling. I cried thinking about which one I wanted to rank 1 and 2. And so just because like I didn't want to, for my number one, I didn't want to like connect it on like we normally do. My number one is Northern Downpour. Yeah. Pretty odd. For as much as like Fever was a formative thing for me and a formative album for me, Pretty Odd also came at a time of growth for me, at a time of maturity, at a time of like figuring out like what life was supposed to be and like what love was supposed to be and like all like figuring all of these new things about myself out. And there is just something so inescapable about this song to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that is what really sealed it. Where it's just like Northern Downpour hit, like when you talk about how like Build God like took and like blew up your brain in a very similar way, maybe more subdued. Northern Downpour did that for me as well. And I realized through like it is just so ever so slight. But like Northern Downpour is like a part of my DNA at this point. Yeah. It is such an important song to me. It may be my favorite song of all time. Sure. Not even just thinking about Panic at the Disco. Like it might be my favorite song of all time. And it's like, it's just so beautiful. And it's one of those things like, I think it is the perfect, like for me, I think it is the perfect cross of Brendan and Ryan singing together.
Yeah.
I think it's just like the instrumentation is so simple, but it's still so beautiful. And it's just like a simple guitar and some drums. And like, it's just like the little flares of like that, like it's going through
another round.
Another round. Which by the way, something that I have not brought up, but something that I hear when you go in, when you go into and listen to the song next time, that riff, that where it's going in there, what does that remind you of?
What should it remind me of?
Here come old flat top, he come moving up slowly. Right. Yeah. I was listening to it the other day and I was thinking about it from that perspective. I was like, why is this suddenly triggering in my brain? It's fucking the riff from Come Together just kind of like shifted a little bit. I don't know. It's just such a gorgeous song. And I think like it's really more than any other song. It is so hard for me to put into words how important this song is to me.
Sure.
I think truly listening to this is a song, like I said, is part of my DNA. I think, again, without going into like super deep dark details, I think this song at the time I heard it probably saved my life. And so it was one of those things where I agonized over This Is Gospel versus Northern Downpour, but at the end of the day, like it was always going to be Northern Downpour.
Sure. And
I'll make an addendum, at least for me. It's Northern Downpour 1, This Is Gospel, Build God, 2A, 2B. Like that's kind of what it is, because it's just like this song is like too, like you ever get like those things that just like creep into your heart and like there's no explaining it, but it's just that's what this song is to me. Right. It's just so like critically important of a song. So I think in looking at this and in thinking about it and in placing it here, it's just like I was foolish to think it could have ever been anything else.
Sure.
So
I mean, there is no world where this isn't a beautiful song. Yeah. I think if any song were to transcend a multiverse, it has to be
transcend a multiverse. Like, holy fuck!
There is not a world out there that does not have this song in existence because it needs to be there.
Yeah. So that means you're number one, Adam. Let's talk about your number one.
My number one is Build God, Then We'll Talk.
It sure fucking is. And you know what? I don't hate it. I get it. Yeah. I'm here for it. Yeah. I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I'm a little shocked, but that does not mean I'm upset and mad. You talked about it a little bit when we talked about it as my number 3, but I would love to hear like more complex thoughts about it if you have them.
So I think something like Live in Denver, for fuck's sake, or like When We Were Young Festival. And like hearing that this song has lived so many different versions, I guess, to be as simple and still be as good every time is fucking insane. Yeah. Like I think to hear different instrumentations and different vocals from this song and still think, no, this is still it. Is something that speaks so highly of this song. Yeah. And it is
such a classic, and it does like it's one of those songs that's just like that song is 20 years old.
Yeah.
And it stands the test of time.
Yeah. Like I think in verbiage alone, what a fucking thing.
Yeah. I don't want to say it.
Oh, you've got to.
I've got to. We are right in the sweet spot of Build God, Then We'll Talk being considered an oldie.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's like 15 to 25 years is typically that range for an oldie. We're at 20 years, 5 more years, and it'll officially be like undeniably an oldie.
Yeah.
Hate that. No, but like I say that, but like it does stand the test of time. It is such a powerful. It's again, all the intricate pieces of it and like the story that it's telling and the way that it works and all stuff. It's just like it is definitely like it's a brain chemistry altering song, and I get it. I really do.
Truly, like there are things done in this song that I didn't know could be done in music.
Yeah, especially at the time where it's just like I've never heard anything like this before.
Like, and it's
strange. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's strange to think that, like, in some ways, my brain chemistry alone was, like, altered by hearing the song Amazing by Aerosmith. Like, that song's just fucking incredible, and I will fight anybody that disagrees with that.
No, this is a pick up the microphone moment. How the fuck are you going to say that song and then say incredible?
Fair. That's fair.
Does that track to you in this universe? No, it doesn't track at all.
It kind of feels bad.
But whatever. We can't. It had to have been a classic Adam Boo Boo.
Yeah, right.
A classic Adam mix them up. You know what I mean?
Amazing is amazing.
Yeah.
But I just
like Aerosmith's song "Incredible." It's amazing.
Right.
Stupid. I had to have another one of those somewhere.
I had to have my final moment. I don't know. Like, goddamn, what a thing. To be from the first album is incredible. So
it's also not lost on me that as looking at it, like, it is my only Fever song on here, which feels kind of nuts, but yeah.
Like, it is nice to know that our number ones from our album rankings are in the top 3. So we didn't pull any like crazy shit when it came to this, right? Like this whole list,
I don't think so.
These were still going to be it.
Yeah.
And as I said, these 3 could rotate any given fucking day.
Well, except for one number 1. I left that one back at number 40.
From these 3 specific albums, though.
Yeah.
Well, let's read back through them.
Yeah. I'll start. My number 10, That Green Gentleman, Things Have Changed. 9, Crazy Equals Genius. 8, When the Day Met the Night. 7, King of the Clouds. 6, Bittersweet. 5, Come On. 4, Nearly Witches, Ever Since We Met. 3, Build God and Then We'll Talk. 2, This Is Gospel. And 1, Northern Downpour.
Hell yeah.
What about you?
Number 10, She Had the World. Number 9, Come On. Number 8, Dying in LA. Number 7, Impossible Year. Number 6, When the Day Met the Night. Number 5, Nearly Witches. Number 4, Always. Number 3, This Is Gospel. Number 2, Northern Downpour. And I did have to double check. My wife and I. Oh, let me fit that again. My wife and I are edging for number 2. And number 1 is Build God, Then We'll Talk.
There's a fucking, yeah. So I just want to throw, when Elliot and Lotus, it was Elliot and Lotus, right? That ranked Build God at number 3, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I don't hate it, because obviously I knew.
Right. Yeah.
Something I do want to do. I'm so fucking, okay. Something I do want to do. Number 112, and this is not what you think it is. Number 112, Feels Like Christmas, Edging is Legal.
Immediate edging.
109, This Is Halloween, Edging is Legal. 108, My Bloody Valentine, edging, Ma is legal. 104, It's Almost Halloween, edging is legal. Number 78, Folkin' Around, edging is legal. Number 55, 9 in the Afternoon, edging is legal. Number 36, Ready to Go, Get Me Out Me Mind, edging is legal. And number 24, the highest song, The Piano Knows Something I Don't Know, edging is legal. The fact that we had 0 in the top 10, because I've been talking about how I thought that was going to be the case this entire fucking time.
I mean, we thought we would have at least had something between 20 and 11.
Yeah.
And we knew at that point that we'd have something in the top 10. Des Mine Still. And to have nothing feels
crazy.
Incredible. What the fuck?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, dear listeners, there's a list of 112 songs. Hope you've loved it. Hope you've hated some of this as much as we did. We know that some of you did because you didn't take on the task, and that was the wiser choice to make.
That was the wiser, at the end of the day, that was in fact the wiser choice to make. Good on you.
Yeah. I will say, I don't think our lists surprised many people. It couldn't have. And I think like the comedy of this podcast is to then take in listener lists like Danny's or like Lotus's or like the top 20s of Elliot's and Annie Blue 012s, and to have a random come in of Aaron Hugh Wells' Pretty Odd ranking. Like, I don't think this could have shocked anybody more than it fucking shocked us.
Right. 100%.
We did say a couple weeks ago that we were going to be fucking crazy, so here we are.
And you know what they say, Adam? Crazy equals
genius. Just take this. Just
Number 9! Oh, man.
I suppose it's time to introduce people to something.
I don't know that I'm ready to do that yet.
I'm all right with that.
I think it's important. God, that feels kind of crazy because it's the last one. We don't talk about the Christmas episode, but it's just like,
nah, fuck that episode. We're gonna do it, but fuck that.
No, episode. Like, look, we're gonna do it, but we don't talk about the Christmas episode. Shut up. Shh. It's a secret. There's the last one. And I don't know, it's just kind of like, I hate to describe it like this because it feels so dour, because it is like, we're not leaving. We're not doing a podcast anymore. But again, it's been this like grand experiment, and like to come to the end of it, it's just like, it does feel kind of like a funeral in a lot of ways. So
you'll be back. Soon you'll see. You remember you belong to me.
You'll be back. Time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well.
Oceans wide.
Oceans, huh?
Ugh, not wide.
Empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will, and this isn't the right one, but I will kill your friends and family
to remind you of my love.
La da 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 da, la da 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 da. I said it towards the beginning, but I will say it again. Thank you for doing this and for sticking with me doing it.
Absolutely.
It was your fucking idea to begin with. So if you bailed, I would have been real upset with you.
Not a fucking been wild.
That would have been a fucking thing.
Lily,
that would have been a hell of a thing.
No,
I would have called us friends at the time.
Yeah.
Right. We just kind of talked about games. So I would have called us friends. And then we kind of learned about our mutual love for this band and a bunch of other stuff. And then it just became this like, hey, wouldn't a podcast be like stupid?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, a podcast would be stupid. Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
And to your credit, you were just like, yeah, hell yeah. And I don't know. I think a lot of the reason why creative things where there are multiple people, multiple partners involved in doing the creative thing, I think a lot of the reason why those work is because, and not to say that we disagree on stuff. I think you're a very agreeable person as far as like the creative aspect goes.
Contradictory to this podcast.
Yeah. As far as like the creative aspects of the podcast goes, you're a very agreeable person. But I think it's one of those things where it's just like, when even if they have conflicting ideas, the thought to be like, hell yeah, full send is like important. It's always been that way for both of us, and I think that's why it works so well.
Absolutely.
So I would have called you a friend when we started. I would call you family now. And I'm really glad that we are continuing to do this in some form, but I am really glad that we did this.
Yeah. I think there could have been times where, especially with like the dumb vote, and right, like I know that there was never any ill intent, but there could have been times where like I would have walked away.
Yep.
Because like that's, hey, guess what? It's not great sometimes to wake up and see that. No offense to you, Aaron. I know that we opened the door for that, so don't take anything from that. But like to wake up and see that, it's like, oh shit. But also, like I knew that I had built myself up to be, I don't want to say like the asshole or the dumb one. Like I will specifically even just say I've said a lot of dumb shit on this podcast.
I'm calling the jester.
But like it was all in fun. And I think as time went on and the seasons went on and we continued to grow a lot together, that this had truly always been something to look forward to every week. And like we've heard it from listeners and all that, but like this had truly become something to look forward to every week. And it has been a commitment in a lot of ways. I understand that your side of the commitment is far deeper than mine, but I am always going to be so appreciative of this journey that you did decide that you would want to take.
I'm gonna pick up the microphone. I'm gonna be so honest with you, man. The fact that we got all those copyright strikes on those episodes that made the commitment way easier. I'll tell you that much.
No shit. I can't fully tell you how much I appreciate you. And
fucking shut the fuck up, you fucking asshole. God damn it. God damn it.
To go from being somebody who listened to your other podcast to being able to do this with you has been such a treat. And in some ways I want to have a victory lap where I'm like, hey, anybody that's ever thought about doing a podcast with a person that they've listened to a podcast with, like, hey, bitch, I won. So fuck you.
That doesn't always work out the way you think it's going to work out.
Nope. And here we are. And I'm glad that we had, in so many ways, a podcast with a finish line. And we made it.
I didn't know. We approached maybe the halfway point. And I'm not too afraid or ashamed to admit that there were times doing the show where it's just like, this is just a lot, and it's a lot of energy, and it was always fun to do in the moment, but sometimes it was hard to be like, fuck, it's 6:30, I gotta get up and I gotta scarf some food, or I gotta do this or whatever. And there was a point where I was just like, I don't know if this keeps going. Because number one, what the fuck do we even talk about? But number two is like, do I even have it in me to keep doing this?
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell you where the switch happened, but I do distinctly remember this feeling of just like, no, I have to keep doing this.
Right.
Because it is a really important part of like my week.
Yeah.
You know, it has become a ritual. It has become a really important part of mine. You know, again, Lotus highlighted in their email where it's just like almost every, most weeks, but because life happens. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it was one of those things where it's just like I agonized about it for a long time, but it's kind of like how Northern Downpour was always going to be number one. Like we were always going to keep doing some kind of thing. You know what I mean? And I'm in a very unique place, right? Because I've been doing, again, at this point, I've been doing podcasts for over going on 20 years at this point, which feels insane.
Right.
And it's interesting because like a lot of my best friends are people that I met in the process of doing podcasts. Some of the best people I know, people that are deeply, deeply important to me, from this podcast, from other podcasts, but from this podcast too, I will just say, were people that listened to me on podcasts that I did.
Yeah.
The fact that like I've found, like I have such a tremendous friend in you, and like, you know, these people, but like in you and in Cole and in all these other people that I'm just like really close friends with. And they started out as listeners of a dumb fucking thing that I was doing.
Yeah.
And then it kind of shakes out and cycles out that now the same thing happens to you and to me again doing this thing. Right. It's just like, fucking what the fuck, man? What a fucking wild, charmed life.
Yeah.
A life well lived and a life well wasted, I think is, yeah.
I think I know we never would have expected what would have became of this podcast. Because, right, like we've seen the listener numbers. Everybody knows they're not great. But they're not the reason that we can't, like, that we ever kept going.
But here's the thing, because we barely do any promotion of this podcast. We just kind of do it and just cross our fingers and spit and wish, you know what I mean? And it's like, they're not like the best, but they're not like piddly either. It's just like, this is, we got more out of this than I would have ever planned or expected to.
Yeah. I mean, we've said that we know that there's people that listen to this podcast that we've never heard from.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, dear listener, that's great for you. And I love that you're here just kind of fucking vibing and chilling and listening to the weird shit that we say a lot. Again, please watch the beginning of this episode so you can see just how the two of us can act together.
Fun fact about the intro, I told Adam this. So the beginning parts of it, before like the logo pops up or the title pops up, are all from like various points within the episodes, like after the intro in those episodes. The big like smash cut towards the end of it, where it's just like 1 second, like boom, 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 are all cold open moments, which I thought was a really great juxtaposition. Dennis,
wait, like the friendships that we've built along the podcast journey don't die with Adam and Lily at the disco. Like, Fake Sinners doesn't die. Lotus and Annie. Dennis
will always be the Fake Sinners, you know what I mean?
It's always going to be there. And I think if Adam and Lily at the disco had credits, at the bottom would be "and you."
Yeah.
Because we've done this together. But holy shit, has everybody that's ever reached out made it more special.
Yep.
And would have never thought, would have never anticipated that, dare I say, two fucking weirdos hosting a podcast about a popular but still strange band would have even the level of communication that it does is amazing.
And also, just again, and also to then do that mere months before the band evaporates into nothing, I think is also the timing of that was insane.
Yeah. Fucking strange.
And what we can promise you, and what I will promise you right now, and we will get into the reveal here shortly, but what I can promise you is that if Brendan Boyd Urie does something new, whether that be a new Panic thing, whether that be a solo thing, whether that be a new band, whether that be anything, we will fucking drop everything to cover it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will not forget where we came from.
No.
So just letting that be known.
Hey, you, before we move on.
Me or them?
No, you.
Me
specifically. I'd like you to understand truly how much I love you.
Shut the you fucking asshole. Hey, you prick.
Yeah. Famously known.
I thank you for that. I do. And I want you to understand how much I love you. Right back. Always.
Always.
This is fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
How did this happen? How did we fucking get here, man?
A lot of fucking trying. And not giving the fuck up.
Yeah. I don't know what your fucking excuse is. But again, as just a reminder, today was my estrogen day, so I just don't know. Take that what you will. My concerns were unfounded. I would definitely did cry. Yeah. But here's what's going to happen. Is that while we take time to recover from whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah.
And we're gonna save the normal ending thing because that's not changing.
No.
The way we sign off will not be changing, just to be clear. So while we recover, I would like to introduce you, and Adam would like to introduce you too.
Absolutely.
This.
This is amazing. You are literally like my musical soulmate.
Listen to pop music because I was miserable? Or was I miserable because I listened to pop music?
Let's fucking go. Welcome to the Sad Kids Record Society.
It's so fucking good.
That's our new name. That's our new logo, our new artwork. That's our new song created by Alessio Summerfield, who is another one of my best friends who I do Metal Gear Mondays, the podcast with, and have done for many, many years. This is it. We're here.
Yeah.
Sad Kids Record Society. That's what it's called. Yeah. That's what it's going to be. So we're going to talk to you about some announcements, some how it's going to work, everything like that. So difference number one is we are no longer going to be doing a cold open. And I know that's going to hurt some people to hear that. Elliot, little bitch, sorry about it.
Yeah.
The vibe is going to be like, we want to do like music, right?
Yeah.
And we want to really
be beholden to a band.
Yeah, not be beholden to a band, just kind of like we just want to do music. And the thing of that is so we're going to kind of like, that doesn't mean we're going to like stop bantering, and that doesn't mean we're not going to like go off on tangents and go off topic during the episodes. It is me, it is Adam, it is going to happen. All right. And there's no helping that.
I think the fun thing is like, now for anybody that thought we had stopped finding things to talk about is, hey, when you talk about new music, you find new things to talk about.
You certainly do. And so we're going to kind of like eliminate the cold open. I have a really cool like new intro plan, and it's going to be like the same every week, but like I'm very excited about like the idea of it.
Yes.
We're going to continue to do seasons. So we're going to continue to work on a format where we're going to talk about an album. We're going to do an overview. We're going to do each episode individually. New change is that if that song has a music video, we're going to talk about the music video in the episode. From now on, instead of doing like individual music video episodes. We should have done that to begin with, but whatever.
Well, we weren't used to 3-hour episodes.
We sure weren't. This is crazy. By the way, officially, our longest episode ever.
Absolutely.
Do you know what number 2 was?
What's that? Probably
me was our second longest episode
with
ever.
Our 2 guests.
At 2 hours and 33 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah. So we have smashed that record. Elliot, your prediction of 2 hours, 37 minutes was wrong. Little bitch. So we're going to continue to do seasons. So overview, song, individual, talk about the song, ranking. And then the schedule is going to kind of be a little bit different. So that's going to be weekly, right?
Yep.
Once we've ranked our album for our season, we're going to take a week off, and then we're going to come back the week after for this like in-betweener thing that we are calling a deep cut.
Yeah.
Right. So the deep cut is going to be like just about any topic in the music world that we can think of that is relevant to what is happening around us.
Yeah.
In that like that sphere, in that vicinity. So we're going to do that. Anything that we're going to talk about in one episode. So like, if we use this nomenclature for Panic at the Disco, for Adam and Lily at the Disco, the former podcast, that Clancy ranking we did, when we just did the Clancy ranking in one episode, that would be a deep cut in this new version of the thing. Though at this point, like, we probably would just do a season on Clancy, like in that case. But like that's the idea. It's like a single episode that is like contained and can be done in one episode.
Yeah.
After that deep cut, we're going to take one more week off. And then we're going to come back with the next season. And that's going to be kind of the cycle. We will probably have to do emergency episodes. Like I said, if Brendan Boyd Urey comes up with something, that's going to throw everything out of whack. That's okay. We have prepared for the inevitability.
I'm going to also jump in real quick. Like, expect plenty still of future Lilies or future Adams to jump in for weekly breaks. Like, that will still happen. I have a child that's about to go to college next year, so
that's fucking crazy.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. So again, weekly asterisk. If we need to, we will take the week off, and we know that y'all understand that. So I'm not like, we're not like trying to be like, oh, we're going to take, it's just a matter of being like, yeah, sometimes life happens and we will take advantage of the leeway when we have to. So we're going to do all that. Every episode, at the end of the episode, is going to have a little section at the end where we talk about whatever it is we're listening to at the time for a little bit. It could be any genre, any artist, any band, any album, anything, but we're just going to every week, we're just going to have, and if it's the same thing as last week, that's totally fine too.
Sure.
But every week we're going to have like a short discussion about like the things that we're listening to right now, to kind of like fuel that like music lover, because and again, in fact, it like functions as a way for us to kind of like get to know us as far as like our musical tastes and like what's happening, and like even like distribute new things that we think you should be listening to right now. So a little discussion. So every episode is going to feature that.
And I'll do better, and I won't be sure to listen to only gamer podcasts. So there's
part of the reason why I did that is because I'm trying to broaden Adam's music horizons a little bit. Yep. I'm listening to A Fever You Can't Sweat Out this week, and next week I'm listening to A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. That's Adam.
Hope you like fucking Creed, motherfucker.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the vibe of it. So it's a season. So the traditional method is going to be a season, a week off, a deep cut, a week off, another season, and then so on and so forth, tumbling down forever. Now, I mentioned we're eliminating the cold open. That does not mean that we are eliminating the cold open. Right. We kind of talked about this and played around with this weeks and months ago at this point. But we will be doing a special bonus episode at some undisclosed period of time. We haven't decided yet. But we're going to be doing a special podcast episode in some interval called The Cold Open. And that is going to be our chance to talk about video games, about movies, about TV, about everything else. Quite frankly, probably about music. I don't fucking know. About like you know, we're still going to talk about our lives on the normal podcast, obviously, and what we're doing like week to week, but like big experiences and things that we can kind of talk about. So that is going to be happening. Again, we'll let you know what cadence is going to be at, but that is also happening. So that's going to be the cold open. Is we're going to keep doing that as its own like full length podcast.
Yeah, those will be the episodes of those that don't enjoy the 10-minute banter that we have before we start talking about music. Those are going to be your episodes.
Yes, 100%. So that is the vibe, generally speaking. Adam, should we tell them when Sad Kids Record Society is going to be premiering?
I suppose we probably should. We don't want to keep everybody waiting. Kept you waiting, huh?
Kept you waiting, huh? We're hibernating for the winter.
Yeah, we're bears.
I'm
definitely not a bear. Never mind.
No, you're an otter at best. At best, you're an otter.
Me, I've shaved, so I don't even know if I can go by that.
Yeah, me. I don't even know what I would be. I don't know what like fucking. I'm a femme, I guess. I don't know what. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know what like the lesbian categories are.
Oh no! Sorry, you're outside of my realm now.
So
I don't even know if I'd be an otter. I've got like 13 chest hairs, so who knows what I'd be.
I don't feel comfy calling you a twink.
No, we're not. No,
I don't feel good about.
No,
I don't feel good about calling you a twink. So it's otter. I think it's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to have to be, unless there's like some type of like middle ground. But I don't know. This is
Twatter.
Crazy. Twatter. Yeah, I don't like that either. Adam, when are we coming back?
April fucking 7th. April are back.
Fucking 7th will be the first episode, the premiere of the Sad Kids Record Society. And we're coming back. We're going to talk about scheduling. So you're going to know a couple things about what's to come in the future. The very first episode, we're going to be talking about Rolling Stone's 250 songs, greatest songs of the 21st century so far. A couple of months ago, Rolling Stone put out a doozy of a list. And you're welcome to look at it ahead of time, but if you want to be surprised, Adam is not looking. I've seen it. Adam has not seen it. So if you would like to be surprised on April 7th when you hear that episode, join us, keep it a secret, keep it safe, and join us for that on April 7th. That'll be our premiere. And another good chance to kind of like get, because there's going to be a lot of discussion about like placement of songs and stuff we like. So that's a great chance to get. I picked that because it's a great chance to get to know us as music lovers.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with that as our premiere for Sad Kids Record Society. Season 1. So technically, like in the Pantheon, like that list episode would be like a deep cut, and then we would skip a week, but we're not going to skip a week. We're going right into it with season 1. We're fucking doing it. We're starting big. We're starting strong. Season 1 is The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. So we are going to be big, heavy swing. So we are going to be talking about every single song on The Black Parade and then ranking The Black Parade, which seems dangerous, but we're going to do it anyway. That's season 1. Then we're going to be moving on to Deep Cut officially number 1, which is something that we talked about doing at some point during the old podcast, but we're going to do now without having to be constrained by the act of it being about Boyd.
Right.
Deep Cut number 1 is going to be about the musical Kinky Boots. So we're going to talk about Kinky Boots.
I almost
how
feel
we
like
like
that's all
it.
they need to know right now, too.
Yeah. What, like
season 1, Deep Cut 1? I don't know if we want to.
I'm going to keep going on 2 more. I'm not going to tell them what season 3 is, but I do want to tell them 2 more things, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, no, especially because one of them is something that we had promised before.
Yes. So, Deep Cut number 1 is Kinky Boots. Season 2, Brand New Eyes by Paramore. So I weighed the decision. We're going to do Brand New Eyes to start with.
Yep.
And then the last thing that I'll tell you, I'm not going to tell you what season 3 is. I am going to tell you what Deep Cut 2 is going to be. Deep Cut 2 is going to be Vices and Virtues by The Art of Dying. So that's going to be our second deep cut.
It's hilarious. I saw that shit and I laughed so fucking hard.
We have to do it. We have to do it. And then again, season 3, Deep Cut 3, season 4, so on and so forth. We do have season 3, Deep Cut 3, and season 4 planned.
Yep.
So those are locked in. After that, who can fucking say?
If you'd like to participate in choosing a deep cut.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. That's honestly something that I would love. Is like if you have thoughts about like thoughts about like season suggestions even. Yeah. But like specifically, like we would love to get people's ideas about deep cuts. If you have thoughts about like what can be done in one contained episode, in a deep cut episode, please feel free to send those through. Happy to have them, happy to hear them. It'll help us quite a bit too. And you can do that by emailing atthediscopod@gmail.com. The email will not be changing. That's going to stay legacy. atthediscopod@gmail.com or Instagram. Sad Kids Record Society on Instagram. You can message us on Instagram. That's also where you can keep up with the comings and goings. I will post season announcements on Instagram. If you think about the show notes, like I'm going to post like goofy, like we're going to post goofy memes on Instagram occasionally, because with the show notes with Adam and Lily at the disco, we would put like links to like a random Imgur account that I made for, it's not even like a random account. It was my account, my personal account that I never used. Yeah. That I repurposed to be for that show. And then you would click a link in the description in the show notes, and then it would take you to the Imgur and you can look at whatever. I'm going to post those on Instagram now.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to remind you a lot to go to the Instagram. Yes. Instagram, Sad Kids Record Society. Follow us there. Keep track of everything. I'm going to post some stuff we'll be posting probably tomorrow as you're listening to this. If you're listening to this on the day, I want to give it a second to breathe. But we'll be posting some stuff on there. Please follow us when you hear this. And we are very excited about finally having an Instagram account, like another social media that is actually like accessible to people sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Well, today there are 3 followers.
Yeah.
You, me, little bitch.
There should be 4, but don't look at it.
I'm not gonna. I was gonna, but I'm not gonna.
I was gonna. Yeah, I mean, you can look at it, just don't say it out loud.
No. I'll wait.
I'll
wait 4-5 months, which sounds like it should have been a Rihanna and Paul McCartney song, but it's not.
Okay.
Not even saying the third name in there.
Yeah. So that's the vibe. Sad Kids Record Society. Welcome to it. Sad Kids Record Society on Instagram. Follow it. Love it. Learn it. Message it.
Live it. Laugh it. Love it.
Change it. Quick erase it.
Ooh.
One more time. That could be an album. One thing I do want to say. And the one hint about season 3 I will give is that we're kind of playing fast and loose with the concept because we're little stinkers. They're not necessarily going to be all emo or pop punk albums.
No.
Season 3 is not that, but it's an album that I really love that I really want to talk about in a format like this. And that's just gonna happen sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of just the way it goes.
I think for anybody that would have expected us to maybe transition into a 21 Pilots podcast, we're sorry.
We're sorry. That was not. I love, again, obviously very much love 21 Pilots. I think after doing one band for 3 years.
Yeah.
And we talked about this. I don't want to pigeonhole it. You know, we will talk about 21 Pilots. That's going to happen. It's, you know what I mean? And it's going to be a thing, but it's just like, I just can't, like, I just have to have variety.
Yeah.
It is in fact the spice of life.
And like, this does not obviously rule out that, like you said, like the Clancy ranking could then turn into a breach ranking.
Yeah.
That would be a deep cut.
Yeah.
Or
100%.
anything else that's out there. Trench. Blurry Face, all of those could be deep cuts, but
yeah, the further back we get with 21 Pilots, the more they would need to be seasons. I think. I think like Blurry Face. I think it would be something like I would want to do. Blurry Face is probably going to be a season. We'll just throw that out there. Yeah,
but not all of them in a row.
No, we're skipping. Like that's the thing too. Is like number one. Is we will be doing stuff that's just like we're not going to do the same band in a row season to season.
Yeah.
Just to keep that variety going. That does not mean that we're not going to come back to the band. So we're doing Brand New Eyes. That does not mean we're not going to do Self-Titled by Paramore. It just means
Haley Williams.
So we could do Haley Williams stuff. Like that could be a thing. So that doesn't mean that. It just means that like we're trying to prioritize like stuff that we really want to listen to like right now and talk about right now.
Expect us to maybe sometime talk about Rent, for God's sakes, in a way.
Yeah, Rent is going to be a great deep cut. I know Kirsten will want to be on for Rent if that happens. Like, so like we'll talk about that. Like you're probably going to hear a lot of deep cuts that are about musicals, quite frankly. Because those are like super important to us. You'll probably get a Hamilton deep cut at some point. I don't know what could have predicted that, but I do not know who could have even thought of that would be a thing that could happen.
Some could say we might be helpless against it.
I like the way you talk, Magic Man. So that's the case too. Another idea that I haven't told you this, but another idea that I had for like deep cuts is like we do a deep cut that is a revisit. So like. Sure. A year, April, whatever Tuesday, April 7th, 2027.
Yeah.
Or whatever date it winds up being. We like go back to talk about Black Parade and like reconfigure, or, you know, stuff like that. Like that's ideas for deep cuts too. So we've got so many thoughts, so many ideas. It's going to be very cool. We're very excited to give this to you.
I have the concept of an idea.
I do have the concept of an idea. We hope you're excited. We hope you're ready to join us on this journey. Many of you have said you are. I am so thankful for that.
You know what? Prove it. How about that?
You said it.
We'll see you next time.
Are we done? Or are you just wrapping us up? Okay, I was like, that's the end now. Fucking cut. No. Yeah. Once again. I'll say it one more time. Follow us on Instagram at Sad Kids Record Society. Email us at the Disco Pod if that's at gmail.com if that's what you want to do.
Yep.
I mean, I guess it is probably time to just call it.
Yeah,
I think it's time to it's been we've been recording for a really, really fucking long time.
Yeah.
And I kind of am just like lingering on it because I have a strong desire to see this take over to the number it's about to take over to.
Yeah.
But we've talked about all these differences. We've talked about all these things that are going to be changing and everything of that nature here. But the one thing that will not be changing when we leave for the week, the one thing we will always say to you and the one thing we always mean, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
3:30, bitches. Let's go. It's not going to be that long in the edit, but that's how long it is right now.
So insane.
And that's staying in. Goddamn. Pew.
Did I listen to pop music because I was miserable? Or was I miserable because I listened to pop music?